Welcome, everybody, to the New York Knicks watch along play-by-play here. I am Bronx Sports Jedi Kev, ready to give you the call tonight. The Knicks take on the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight in a matchup at the world's most famous arena. After a night of UFC fighting, they turn it around. They get rid of all the cages, the octagon, and now the real battle begins on the hardwood floor. Our New York Knicks battle the Cleveland Cavaliers. Surprising Cleveland Cavaliers come in with 6 wins, 6-4. Knicks are 6-3. A great win against the defending champions last time up. Totally blew them out. And I got all the stats. I can't wait to give you guys the call. Salute to everyone. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. A way to wrap up a beautiful Sunday. Hopefully your Sunday, you got an extra hour of sleep, got rested, and you're ready to go to watch this game here, the Knicks Cavaliers. So we'll give you the starting lineups. We'll give you all that. You know how we do it, play by play. We're not allowed to show you the live video footage or any audio from the games due to copyright infringement. So I'll do the play-by-play and a heavy chat interaction. So to everyone in the chat that comes into the chat, and we always go back and forth, little round tables, and I'll keep you up to date, and I'll paint the picture as best as possible. So we got the starting lineups for the visitors' Cavs tonight. Once we get it up there, we'll get it going, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. And here we go. For the Cleveland Cavaliers, you got Garland at the point guard, followed by Sexton. You got Dean Wade is going to start tonight. You got Evan Mobley, the young rookie, phenomenal rookie, having a good start so far for his rookie campaign. And Jared Allen, our former foe from the Brooklyn days, is going to be at the man in the middle. And tonight for the New York Knicks, you got Derrick Rose in the starting lineup due to Kemba Walker not going to play a back-to-back this evening. They play tomorrow night against the 76ers. They go down to Philadelphia, so they're holding them out. No injuries. They're just being precautionary. You got also Evan Fournier, RJ Barrett, phenomenal game. RJ Barrett having so far in this early campaign season, the 10th of the season already in, and he's having so far a really good campaign, elevating his game. Then followed by Julius Randle, phenomenal game against Milwaukee. And the man in the middle, Mitchell Robinson, hopefully he bounce back. Tonight, Taj Gibson, as well as Noah Zawell, will be available. Now, no Kemba Walker, so an opportunity for Quentin Grimes to get into this game and probably make an impact, although I think I see more minutes for Alex Burks at the point guard if you ask me there, and maybe that extra minutes is going to come out of Todd Gibson. But this team is a quick guard-oriented team with Garland, Sexton. You know, they're really fast. They have speed. They could give a little bit of a fits to New York. We'll see how that matches up. And, of course, you know, you got a neophyte in Mobley, but you have a solid center who could pass the ball, space it, and Jared Allen, pretty much what Mitchell Robinson does with a little more experience, if you ask me. And Jared Allen, pretty good center there down the middle. So that's going to be an interesting matchup going forward. So the Cavaliers, surprise team so far this early part of the season in the NBA. But, you know, we're playing them early in the schedule. Let's see the Knicks. We played them last year early. It's been a long time we haven't seen the Cavaliers since beginning of the season. So we'll see them again here, and we're ready to go. You see the Eastern Conference. Everyone is bunched up. Everyone had a lot of teams with 6 wins, around 3-4 losses. You know, you see the darling of the conference is the 76ers. We'll see them tomorrow night. You can't have a look-ahead game. You got to keep your focus in front of you. Who are you playing in front of you? Who's your opponent? And not look ahead and say, I'm worried about the Cavaliers. Right now, why not worried about the 76ers? You have the Cavaliers in your home court. You know, the Knicks have won all their road games. I've dropped 2. The only 2 losses are at home to an Orlando Magic team. And then also we saw last week they fell and they lost that game to the Raptors. So hopefully the Knicks can continue learns how to defend home court, which I think they will. You saw, I think that the Milwaukee Bucks was a recipe of a good call, like a chicken soup, to help them play defense, to play gritty, to get back to what made them successful last season. So the New York Knicks is hopefully trying to get this going. So we'll salute to everyone in the chat, salute to everyone listening, watching along. So we appreciate everyone here tonight. So we can't wait to get this game calling for you. So we'll about 5 minutes before we start there. But what I wanted to highlight was Colin Sexton. Colin Sexton, the last 10 games, 16.8 points, averaging 3.5 rebounds, 1.9 assists per game, and 1 point steals. Shooting 41% from the field, 26.2 for 3-point, 7.74 from the free throw line, and 30.4 MPG. I remember we were going on a lot in a lot of our off-season programming and fillers, and his name was rumored a lot to be going to the Knicks. the Knicks had interest. They kicked the tires. Cleveland, although I think it was Cleveland trying to shop him, see what they could get out of him. And you see that what he got there, 16.28 points, pretty much almost not exactly what Kemba's giving us, but for the amount of players that they were asking for, if it was true. But it's all a speculation at that time for Obi Toppin, Manu Quickly. I'm glad we didn't make that trade, to be honest with you. I know Carl Sorensen is a really good player, and but I think his shooting, the Knicks, I want to go through shooting percentage of a higher shooting percentage team, and he's shooting 26.2%. I don't know. I don't think I'm glad they didn't make that trade there. Hey, let's go Knicks. What's going on? T-Long Lloyd, salute. Welcome to the program. Hey, what's going on? Good luck to the Knicks. Thank you, Gene. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Definitely appreciate you being here. So let's go. Welcome to the Jedi family. If you're not subscribed, subscribe and join us. Stick around and we'll get some good basketball play going here for you. And the lineups are in already, so I mentioned them again. I'll put it up there, going and over again. So until we get the tip off and we get called around the league. We saw the Lakers are struggling, although they're undermanned. The Lakers are struggling around the league. You see a lot of surprise teams up and down in the end this early NBA season. So it's just too early. It's about to be the 10th game. Remember, I mentioned if you follow me, I said I will sign on the dotted line if the Knicks go 7-3. So we have a chance. Yes, D Rose. Yes, indeed. D Rose is OP. Yes, D Rose is the best. I can't wait for him to see how he does in the starting lineup tonight. So, of course, you know me with the D Rose. Every time D Rose does something positive and scores, we're going to get the new clip.
From the start. Now you can see Antoine Griezmann.
English, Antoine. English under pressure.
I love Derrick Rose.
That's a very valid.
So that's the new clip now. We love Derrick Rose, so we'll definitely go with that one. So Derrick Rose, he against the Bucks, he had 23 points off the bench, 10 of 18 with 8 rebounds, 4 assists in 30 minutes. I hope he doesn't play 30. I hope he doesn't need to play 30 minutes tonight. I hope the Knicks have a nice victory where they're not going to need him to play heavy minutes, especially on a back-to-back. We would love to keep him there, fresh, 22, 23 rebounds. No, Ricky Rubio isn't starting. Rubio's coming off the bench. I'll give you the Cavaliers starting lineup, my friend. Absolutely. I have it here. Let me find it here. And here's the Cleveland Cavaliers starting lineup. You have Garland, Sexton, with Dean Wade, Evan Mobley, and Jared Allen. Those are your starting lineups for the Cleveland Cavaliers, the visitors, tonight's game. And we'll see how Ricky Rubio comes in there. He's been a nice addition for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They look like they want to run and gun and move fast. Hey, I am heel. Salute. I am heel. D Rose is the big 6-man, the best 6-man in the NBA right now. Hill, you're absolutely 1,000%. But tonight he's asked to go in the starting lineup. Kemba Walker will not play tonight. They're taking precautionary reasons. The Knicks have a back-to-back game tomorrow night against the 76ers, and they just want to keep him off them there and not make him. I believe he's from their developing league, Mr. Lynn. I think he's from the developing league from the Cavaliers. I'll get that information. Or Heel, if you could find that information for me. Where did they get Dean Wade from? I am Heel, one as Rosenbaum Heel. So salute to Heel. I'm glad to see you there in the chat. Always lending a hand to the program. So salute to you there on that. And once we get this game going, let's see how the Knicks tonight defend home court. Any predictions? Anyone make a prediction tonight? Who you think wins tonight in the chat? The Knicks or the Cavaliers? Knicks are favorite minus 7.5 on their home court. Vegas likes the Knicks favorite tonight. Wow, 7.5. I can see that. I can see the Knicks winning a 6-point game or 5-point game if they win. Wow, that's going to be close. Vegas don't rarely lose money, but though when it comes to the New York Knicks, they look like they've been giving away their money. So let's see if the Knicks could keep proving Las Vegas wrong. They have been. So, Yingling says Knicks by 12. Hey, I'll sign up for that. I'll sign up right now on the dotted line. Give me a 12-point victory tonight. And maybe even bigger and 12 points because the Cavaliers clean up and scores some cosmetic points. Make it a little mop-up duty. They cut it to 12. I'll sign up for that right now. Give me that right now. More than glad to see that. Definitely. Hey, Mr. Hey, PJ Lopez, what's going on? We're winning by 4. Quickly comes up with 20 plus tonight. Maybe we'll see McBride get some strong minutes. Hey, I can see that, Lopez. I can see that with McBride playing, especially with no Kemba. Although I think right now, it's going to be the other rookie that's going to get most of the minutes right now, Quentin Grimes. I think Quentin Grimes, if they go forward with that, because also remember, Thibodeau in the past has been comfortable with an Alex Burks at the point guard and quickly. So I don't know if these rookies he might just stick with the rotation play. He might still play 10-man, but the 10th man will be an extra with Taj Gibson, maybe. Who knows? We shall see. Although Cleveland is very guard-oriented, quick speed. Let's see. Foul trouble will be also something to keep an eye out, depending how the foul situation dictates. We could see if New York will play Taj Gibson more in that extra 10th man role. So the starting lineups are being introduced at the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Quick turnaround for the Garden. They had a beautiful UFC fights last night until 1 a.m, and they turn it around real quick, and they have the floor ready to go with NBA ready. They do a good job in New York always. And Lopez says Mobley is a problem for Cleveland. It could be. No, Kemba's just getting rest. Kemba Walker is not injured. The Knicks play tomorrow night against the 76ers. So they're being cautious, and they're holding him back. They're not going to play him, so they don't want to play him back-to-back nights. So they're going to hold him out. He'll be there tomorrow starting lineup against the 76ers. They already quickly said not to alarm the fans, not to alarm all of us, that he is not injured. He's just for rest and maintenance. I think they had that scheduled, thought about even when they signed Kemba Walker in the offseason. Even though they asked Thibodeau that in one of the press conferences, he says no, he'll play. But as you can see, it wouldn't be a smart move anyway to play Kemba Walker with a degenerative knee situation back-to-back, especially your first back-to-back. You leave that a little later down the road to see how his knees react, how his body react. Maybe a little later once he gets more of his stamina and his NBA wing body and his stamina and NBA legs in him. So salute Maria, one of the first ladies of the program. Salute Maria. Always a pleasure to see you. I hope your Sunday is as good as this game is going to be. I'm glad that you're here, Maria. So salute to you, my friend. Let's go Knicks like always. So we got that lineup there. They're about to call it. The Knicks are being introduced at home right now. I wish I could give you the home announcements, but due to copyright infringements from YouTube and different platforms, they would not allow it. They would turn off the program, shut it off. And unfortunately, we won't be able to give the play-by-play. So as much I would love to give you the introduction of the lineup, because that I think is a big part of when you're watching a basketball game, gets the juices, the competitive juices going. So Derrick Rose is introduced in the starting lineup. Fournier, now Mitchell Robinson, the man in the middle from Louisiana, coming in here, and they'll keep bringing the lineups in here. We'll get ready to call the game play-by-play. So we will be ready to go once they come back from commercial break. So salute to everyone. I hope your Sundays are good. I hope everyone's good. Later on, we'll have at around the half, Gideon might stop by, or Derek Wilder or Chef Dandy. Like always, Steps comes in and gives their thoughts. I'm not too sure if I am Heel. If you're available, Heel, let me know. So if you want to come in halfway court, I'll send you the link as well, Heel. So let me know if you're ready, just ready to go. I know you're still unloading from the baseball season, but I don't want to put too much pressure on you there. So we'll get ready to go. Thibodeau, the head coach, first head coach for Bernie Bickerstaff. He's the Cavaliers head coach. So we'll get this good game. This game's gonna be a good game. Two of the young, up-and-coming teams in the Eastern Conference. If you ask me, the Cleveland Cavaliers. They've been struggling lately for a few years themselves, but maybe they got something here, turning things around. They got some good draft picks, some good play. Right now, they're starting off pretty good. If you're telling me if you're a Cavaliers fan, if you're turning games, you're 6-4. I think if you're a Cavaliers fan, you're like, wow, I'll sign for that. If you keep going 6-4, you're going to have a pretty good season. So right now, like the Knicks right now, 6-3. I said in the beginning of the season, I sign up immediately. I said that way back when we were looking at the first 10 games. I said, give me 7-3. I'll sign up for that. The Knicks have an opportunity to actually put a huge smile on my face if they go 7-3 tonight. If they win tonight, they go 7-3 in their first 10 games. So this is personally, I really am hoping that they win this game as a personal note, as a prediction note. And the receipts are here on my program as well as other different programs that I was on before. I said, give me 7-3, and I'll sign up for it. And you can hear that on the Return of the Knicks podcast. I have it on Spotify. Anywhere you have your podcast available, you hit Bronx Sports Jedi Network, Return of the Knicks, and I have all the different podcasts in the past that we do a round table. And I said, Knicks start 7-3. I'll sign up for it. So they have an opportunity here as the tip-off is ready to go. So salute to everyone. And here we go. Sunday night, and the Knicks, Cavaliers. Cavaliers control the tap over to Garland. Garland picked up by Rose. Garland dribbles on top of the key. He fights over the screen. He stops. Back to Mobley. Mobley has Julius Randle on him early. Mobley, the near fight, trying to make some moves. Good defense by, really soft foul call. So they look like they're going to start calling us a little tight here. So Julius got called with a foul here. So they're going to side inbounds there. First foul for Julius Randle. So Wade is going to inbound this. Fournier is guarding the inbound over to Garland. So they get a new shot clock here. 14 on the shot clock. Bounce pass to Jared Allen. Stops on a dime there. Back to Garland. Garland drops back over to Sexton. Sexton dribbles. RJ picks him up. Good defense by RJ for denying the penetration. Here's Garland. Wild shot. Contested. Wild. Loose ball. Knicks come up with it. So Knicks playing defense here. Here's Rose. Rose attacking the glass. Rose going strong to the basket. No call there, but good defense. So here comes the Cavaliers. Here's Sexton. Back to Wade. Wade wide open, but Mitchell Robinson, when he hits it. So Dean Wade hits a three-pointer. So Cavaliers up 3-0. So they move the ball, open man. And here comes Rose over to RJ Barrett. Back to Barrett. Barrett 15 on the shot clock. By alley-oop to Mitchell Robinson. Good defense by Wade. Back to the Knicks. Here comes Wood. And dunk by RJ Barrett. Comes flying in there on the offensive rebound. Good assist by Mitchell Robinson. 3-2 here. So RJ Barrett getting aggressive to the hole. Here's Garland. Garland loses it. Back to Allen. Allen deep there, and he throws it up, misses. Here comes Julius Randle. A lot of action going on here. NBA action here. Here's Randle. Randle jumps three-pointer, and that's good. Three-pointer, Julius Randle. Knicks up 5-3 here. Here's Sexton. Sexton hard-headed steam there off the glass. He scores. So nice burst of speed for Sexton. Cavaliers tie it at 5. But here comes the Knicks. RJ Barrett back to Julius. Julius has Dean on him. Dean Wade, and he bounced back 3 and misses. So fall away 3 not going in. Julius is one for 2 there from the 3-point line. Here comes John Aaron with a full spread of screen. Nice block by Mitchell Robinson, but he gets his own bound. He misses that one. And last touch by the Cavaliers, Knicks ball. Although they look like they're going to come, they're going to talk it over. Let's see. No, the Knicks will have it. So Knicks playing assertive defense. Jing Lee, I would address that Miles Turner situation in a second in a timeout. I haven't forgotten, so I'll address that in a second. Here's Fournier over to Rose. Rose picks up a dribble. Rose go to the glass, and he scores. He goes to the hole. Easy score bucket there. Knicks up 7-5 here with 9:25 here in the first quarter. So a beautiful Sunday evening. I hope you guys turn your clock back. Here's Sexton. And here's Sexton driving, and he scores. He had Julius Randle, but nice move by Sexton. So the Cleveland is all tied at 7 apiece here with a 9:05 here. Mitchell Robinson, Julius Randle. Randle back to Fournier. 14 on the shot clock. Fournier has a dribble by Mobley and back to Fournier. Fournier with 7 on the shot clock. Fournier goes to the nice steal by Sexton. Here's Garland. He's all alone here, and he lays it up, and he scores. So turnover led to a fast break, transition points. Cavaliers have a 9-7 lead here with 9:40 in the first quarter. Here's Rose with a shake and bake, but he lost the handle. Loose ball. Mitchell Robinson comes up with it. Back to RJ. RJ all alone here. Power passes in, and Jared Allen just stuck his hand up. Here's another transitional basket for the Cavaliers. Julius, although did not get back there, Cavaliers with back-to-back transitional points there. They're up 11-7. So here comes Rose. He's going to – and timeout. So Thibodeau screaming all over the referees there. Careful he don't get hit with a technical foul, saying that there was a lot of contact there. But it looked pretty – it looked like clean all ball to me in question. And Cavaliers up 11-7 there. Back-to-back transitional dunks – or actually layups for the Cavaliers on turnovers. So the Knicks turn over 2 balls twice in a row. Cavaliers making them pay. So timeout, New York. And it says here, why didn't we trade for Miles Turner? I don't know. Maybe I think it was the cap issue because Mitchell Robinson currently right now is only getting paid $1.9 million. And Miles Turner is currently at 17 to I think they $17 to $19 million in that range. And I think to fit them, and I don't, they just spent 9 on Nolan's Noel, and I think it was just a cap issue. I think didn't fit. Although I think they exploited. They talked about it. We talked about it a lot in the summer, and I think it was that. If Miles Turner was making maybe $12 million, close around there, I think the Knicks would have pulled the trigger and they would have made it work. But right now he's doing a good job there. He burned us there against us, on the road. We saw it firsthand. It was he totally torched us with 7 3-pointers. So I don't know. We shall see there. I think I think they like Mitchell Robinson. You see a difference there. I know who would have loved a Miles Turner on there, but I think the money situation is still rich on there. So he says RJ Barrett. Wow, RJ Barrett looking strong here. So hopefully the Knicks don't turn this ball over. Not careless. You gotta like what Derrick Rose is doing so far, going to the basket, being aggressive, going to the paint, and you got to see that. Although Cleveland, give him credit, those back-to-back turnovers, they swiped the ball. They saw the Knicks don't have too much good ball handling there. They're really aggressive, sticking their hands in there. Though Thibodeau wanted some fouls, but they were all ball. If you ask me, I didn't see no egregious penalties there. With the that was good non-call there and led to transition layups for the Cleveland Cavaliers. So tonight in the NBA is celebrating, and what a coincidence! It's Filipino Heritage Night. So we do here have a lot of our friends from the Philippines. To salute to Jerome, salute to Van, salute to all our friends in the Philippines. So the Knicks are honoring the Filipino night in the Madison Square Garden. And salute to everyone there. I know it's Monday morning at 6. Actually, no, it's 7 a.m. in the morning in the Philippines. So salute to everyone in the Philippines and on their way to work. I know Jerome always gets that 2-hour drive to work in the morning from the Philippines. So salute to you, Jerome. I know you're always listening. So I know you're always supporting the program. So salute to you, my friend. So Knicks have it. Here's Fournier, 13 on the shot clock. Back to Rose. Rose bounce pass to RJ deep in there. With the open Fournier. Back to RJ Barrett, 5 on the shot clock. Barrett needs to make a move here. Barrett dribbles. Barrett goes. Finds Rose wide open. 3-pointer. In and out. Fight for the rebound. Here's Cleveland with the rebound. Mobley brings it up. Back to Colin Sexton. He got RJ Barrett on him. Sexton drives his move. Sexton bounce pass to Jared Allen. Jared Allen with good positioning, and he scores. He has some great positioning. Got the ball in deep there, and not much Mitchell Robinson could do there. Cleveland up 13-7 here with 7:35 in the first. Here's Julius back to Rose. Rose thought about a 3. He drives over to RJ, corner 3, and off the mark. Fight for the rebound. Here comes Cleveland. Good team defense. Good team rebounding by Cleveland there. Mitchell Robinson had a finger on it, but man, what's going on? Good defense by the Knicks here. Here, Julius Randle, alley-oop to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett misses the alley-oop there. Here comes Cleveland. And alley-oop to Jared Allen, and they score. So just like that, a swing play. And the Knicks should be 10-13, but they trail now 15-7. The Cleveland Cavaliers on a 10-0 run here in the last 2 minutes and 15 seconds counting. So Rose back to RJ. RJ dribbles. RJ, and good defense there by Wade. They're denying RJ Barrett. So turnover. Here comes Cleveland. So the young gunning Cleveland Cavaliers feeling really good for themselves. Here's 14 on the shot clock. Here's Garland. Passes to Wade. Fournier all over him. 9 on the shot clock. They reset it back to Collins. Wade, a wide open 3. And he misses. Rebound. Jared Allen comes flying in and dunks it in. So the Knicks are not defending, putting a body and boxing out there. And that's bad techniques. They're allowing Jared Allen to cause some havoc in the paint. Although Mitchell Robinson contested that 3-pointer from Wade. So Ricky Rubio makes an appearance there. And here comes Julius. The Knicks trail 15-7. Down by 12. Here's a 3-pointer off the mark. Deep rebound, Mitchell Robinson. So the Knicks get a shot clock reset. Here's Rose. Rose floater off the mark. Man, he gets the bounce and he scores. Derrick Rose. So the Knicks trail 15-9. Here's Sexton. The Knicks are 4 of 11 from the field. Cleveland is 7 out of 14. And Rubio thought about a 3. Rubio has Julius Randle. Allen. Obviously there's a mismatch here. Here's nice defense by Mitchell Robinson. Here's Fournier. and he's fouled by Colin Sexton, to stop the play. So EMMD, what's going on? I haven't seen it in a while. Salute. The Knicks are the biggest NBA market, and then their team salary should reflect, especially given the lack of success. Yeah, I agree with you on that. But remember, they're a solid crap, and they have to play a really big luxury. They go over it. So that's another thing why the NBA tries to discourage. And here's a dunk by Mitchell Robinson. Nice assist by Derrick Rose going to the glass, giving it over to Mitchell Robinson. The Knicks had a lot of points against the Milwaukee Bucks in the paint last game. So they need to continue that trend, attacking the glass, going to the paint, making teams think, and then the three-pointers will open eventually. Here's Colin Sexton for three, and in and out. Oh, that was halfway down and came out there. Fight for the rebound, New York. Here's Barrett, Knicks trail 15-11. And here's Fournier. Fournier turns, spins, and he hits. Evan Fournier with a nice move there. Knicks trail now, down by 2. So here comes the Knicks on the run. Rubio in the game. Ricky Rubio, bounce pass to Sexton. Nice play, Ricky Rubio. That's when you have a good passing point guard, allows to see a cutting man, give that man an assist. They're up 17-13 here with 4:45 in the first. Rose back to Randle. Randle doing his move, jump step, fall back, and he hits it. Julius Randle hits a long-range shot. Knicks trail by 2 there. Rubio comes up over to, and here's a shot off the mark by Cleveland, and fight for the rebound. Loose ball right now. Cleveland picks it up. They get a new shot clock. Rubio resets, 10 on the shot clock now. Bounce pass here. Rubio over to Wade. Wade again misses, and then fight for the rebound, New York. Here comes RJ Barrett looking up. RJ Barrett has a one-man to beat. RJ Barrett goes strong to the glass. RJ Barrett, timeout. So we're all even at 17 there. RJ Barrett going strong to the glass, loving his aggressiveness, downhill, and he scores. We're tied at 17 all tonight here. And timeout with 4:10 in the first quarter. We're all even 17. So RJ Barrett showing some good moves, going to the glass. This is what you like about this Knicks team. Although you see them that they were looking to hit more threes and chucking up threes and throwing threes up. But what I like about this team, they love going down and scoring in the paint. You want to get the high percentage field goal. So far in the last few games, that's the trend you're starting to see with this New York Knicks team. The Knicks and Cavaliers, even the game is even at 17, and the field goal percentage, the Knicks are shooting 8 out of 15, 53.3%. Cleveland is shooting 8 out of 18 with 44.4%. Both teams are 1 for 5 from the three-point strike. That's both 20%. The Knicks 8 rebounds, Cavaliers 7. Although the Knicks have given up 3 offensive rebounds to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Cavaliers have 7 assists on those 17 points. So the unselfish basketball you see by this young Cavaliers team, and the Knicks have 4 assists out of 17 points. The Cavaliers have 3 steals, Knicks 1, and the Knicks have 3 turnovers to 1. And the points in the paint, although it looks like the Knicks were scoring at will, but it's telling me like the stats, Cavaliers have 14 points in the paint, the Knicks have 10. Although it looked like the Knicks were totally dominating the paint. I guess the stats misleads us. The eyeball is different. It looked like the Knicks are scoring at will whenever they take the ball to the hole there. Although you did see Julius Randle and Fournier shoot some long-range jumpers, and maybe that's why the stat looks a little misleading. And you saw that in the game against the defending champions, the Knicks, when they decided to go in the paint, explore the paint, and scoring in the paint, it opened up the three-point land. Although they didn't shoot so well from three-point land, but when they did, they made it count in the second half. So hopefully they learn and they continue with their good fortune. If you're to score high percentage field goal percentage and you keep playing and you trust your defense assignments, you're going to end up having an advantage going forward. And then the 3-point, when the teams are going to go commit to double the paint, and that's when the 3-point ball will be available. And I think that's the recipe for success, if you ask me, for the New York Knicks. We shall see. So they're in a timeout. We'll get back to that. So salute to everyone joining. Thank you for your time listening on the watch along game here, and I appreciate you on a Sunday night. Knicks, Cleveland Cavaliers. Knicks play tomorrow night against the 76ers. So they're showing Julius step back. That shot was really a nice shot there. Although we want to see Julius get high percentage shot. Looks like Garland. It looks like Sexton little injured there, collided with Mitchell Robinson, but we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. So JB Bickerstaff, the head coach for Cleveland. So substitutions for the Cavaliers, I'll get that one. And the Knicks just got Nolan Noel in as a sub, and there's a wide open three, misses off the rim, deep offensive rebound, back to Cleveland, get a new shot clock, and here's Rubio thought about a three. Rubio drives, here's a wide open three and he's off the mark. Fight for the rebound, New York. Here's Evan Fournier, back to Julius. Knicks want to run. Julius runs to the corner, back, and now he dribbles to Fournier. Fournier drives, Jonas floater, and he scores and a foul. So here's a chance for a three-point play. Evan Fournier, he scores. So I didn't see where the foul was. It was on Ricky Rubio. Okay, so Rubio charged there. So I saw he swiped, and he hit him right across. So good call there. So Fournier with the continuation has a chance for a three-point play. Knicks up 19-7, and he completes the three-point play, so he hits a free throw there. Knicks up by 3, 20-17 with 3:35 here in the first quarter. Here's Rubio driving on RJ. No, and he good G defense by RJ Barrett. Here's Julius full speed ahead over to Alex Burks was in the game. Burks back to Julius, 16 on the shot clock. Give and go with Burks. Burks, nice move, and he was hit. And no, out of bounds. Last touch by New York. A lot of contact, no call. So here comes the Cavaliers. Has a mismatch. Mobley wide open, and the Knicks didn't get back in time. Gave up another easy basket. So 20-19 there. The Knicks cannot turn around and argue with the refs. They need to get back on transition. So here's the Knicks with 3 minutes, and Fournier, Noel has the ball back to Randle. 9 on the shot clock. Randle does his move here. Randle dances. Step back, long jumper off the mark. So not a good shot there when you're falling back with a hand up there. So he misses. Here's Garland. Had a burst of speed. Good defense by Burks here. 16 on the shot clock. They're going to reset that. He takes it back on top of the key. Bounce pass to Mobley. Mobley with a baseline jumper, and he scores. So Evan Mobley, the neophyte, scores right around the free throw line. The Cavaliers up 21 with 2:25 here in the first quarter. So Cavaliers up by 1, 21-20. Here's RJ Barrett going strong to the hole, and he scores. RJ Barrett. So Knicks take the lead 22-21 here with 2:15 in the first quarter. Here's Rubio putting some moves on Fournier, but he stops on a dime, trying to throw some contact, but no avail. He misses the layup. Here comes Julius to Fournier. Fournier is going to shoot a three in transition. He hits. Three-pointer. Evan Fournier. Knicks lead 25-21 here with under 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Knicks are 2 of 6 from three-point land. Here's Garland. Garland takes up his speed, picked up by RJ, but he goes to the hole strong, off the glass, no avail. Good contestant. Here comes the Knicks on D. Knicks up 25-21. RJ, and here's Fournier with another three, and he hits it. Back-to-back three-pointers. Knicks up 21-28 here with under a minute and 30. Knicks on an 8-0 run. Here's Mobley, wide open Ricky Rubio. Ricky Rubio hits a three-pointer. So he hits a three-pointer. So he scores. Here comes RJ. And RJ misses. And fights for the rebound, Ricky Rubio. And Rubio's a minute left here. Rubio drives. Rubio off the glass, and he gets a foul. He's going to go to the line with a three-point play. Wow, let's see that replay. That was kind of soft even for Ricky Rubio. He looked too easy there. And let's see. Oh, it was on RJ Barrett. So RJ Barrett, foolish foul. He allowed Rubio to get by him, and you saw Noel boxing out instead of defending. So he'll go to the line, chance for a three-point play. Knicks up 28-26 substitution. RJ will sit down. Julius will sit down. And here's Rubio. Says anyone else don't feel like paying for basketball games. And he scores. So he completes the three-point play. So 27-28 with a minute left here. Quickly brings the ball up. The man quickly first action tonight over to Fournier, who's been hit back-to-back threes here. So Cleveland playing some tight D. Here's Fournier to Noel. Noel with butterfingers, and he loses it. But Knicks get the ball back, 10 on the shot clock. And Evan Fournier with a long three and off the mark. He didn't need to rush that. He had plenty of time in the shot clock. That was a rush three, not a smart shot there by Fournier. 42 seconds. It got alley-oop. And Ricky Rubio with Mobley going with an alley-oop there, 29-28. So Cleveland takes the lead. Back and forth game here. Seesaw battle. Here's quickly. Quickly keeps the dribble. Quickly to Toppin. Toppin goes strong. Toppin goes strong, and he scores. Obi Toppin uses the force, and he scores on that layup. The Knicks up 30-29. So 25 seconds, about a 3 seconds differential shot clock to game clock. And here comes Garland. A good defense by Quickly keeping him away here. And he drives. Noel picks him up on a switch. Obi Toppin banging with Evan Mobley underneath the rim. And here's Toppin going there. Toppin with a good defense, but here a good and shot clock violation. The Knicks. Good defense by the Knicks there. So 2.7 seconds there. Knicks up 30-29 with 3.2 seconds. They're gonna set up for the final shot. They got something. They got time here to try to put up something. Although it's gonna be a long, really, and it inbound there. Noel to Fournier, and he loses the handle. Fournier, and he's not gonna get it out in time. So the Knicks up 30-29 at the end of the first, and the Knicks. Okay, so not bad there. Back and forth seesaw battle between these two teams, these two young up-and-coming teams. Salute to Santino. Santino in the building. So Santino Lombardo, salute to you, man. I'm glad to see you around. And we shall see what we have going on here. We'll get the stats in a moment. Once we're able to get that stat going, we'll make sure. But first we got to say, let's see. Goodbye to Mr. Nico Marshall. We don't need your snake oil pills. You can see that later. So we'll get the stats going on here. So we get a little bit of everything in the chat. So this is the fun part about this program. So let's get the stats cooking here. So for the New York Knicks, they shot 56.5%, 13 out of 23 from the field. The Cleveland Cavaliers shot 13 out of 27, 48.1% from the field. The Cavaliers are shooting 2 of 8 from three-point line at 25%, while the Knicks are shooting 33.3%, 3 out of 9 from the three-point line. Both teams have been to the free throws one time apiece. They both hit a pair of free throws, one apiece, completing three-point plays. The rebounds, Cavaliers are rebounding the New York Knicks 12-9, and 4 of them on the offensive glass. The Cavaliers have 10 assists. The Knicks have 8. New York have about 1 block. The Cavaliers have 3 steals. New York has 3 steals. New York has 3 turnovers. Cleveland has 2 points in the paint. The Cavaliers have 20, while New York has 14. Remember, the Cavaliers had like 3 points on fast breaks, transitional fast breaks, layups, and those are the reason why that did that. You see a big disparity. Now we'll see the Knicks. The Knicks, they were led that quarter by Evan Fournier with 11 points in 12 minutes. He had a rebound, no assist. Mitchell Robinson with 2 points. An assist, 3 rebounds in 8 minutes. 5 points for Julius Randle with 4 assists, 3 rebounds. I like when Julius Randle has a high assist game. It shows a lot of success. You also have Derrick Rose with 4 points, 2 rebounds, and 8 minutes. Nolan Noel has a rebound. Obi Toppin with 2 points. You saw that good move by Obi Toppin coming in the game and playing well for the Knicks. So and that's all. Burks played 4 minutes, no impact. Emmanuel quickly had just a minute. He had an assist, although you'll see him play to start the second quarter here. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, their leading scorer is Colin Sexton with 8 points, 3 rebounds, and assists, followed by Evan Mobley, 6 points, an assist, and 2 rebounds. 4 points for Jared Allen, an assist and a rebound. 2 points for Garland, 2 assists and a rebound. 3 points for Wade, and we get it going. So let's go to the start of the quarter. And here's the Knicks, and Alex Burks scores. So 32-29 here. Here's Rubio and Mobley, and he scores. So back to go. We had a little bit NBA action, 31-32 here with 11-24 here. Here's Quickly over to Burks. Quickly dribbles, Quickly, and back to Burks. Burks, 14 on the shot clock. Burks to Obi Toppin. Obi Toppin throw about a 3. Obi Toppin going strong to the glass, and he scores. Obi Toppin and a foul. So Obi Toppin uses the force, and he goes a chance for 3-point play here. So I love what you see from Obi Toppin. Obi-1 using the force and a foul, a chance for a 3-point play, kissing it off the glass. So that young man is growing with confidence each and every game here. Chance for a 3-point play. Knicks up by 3. And he completes the 3-point play. Knicks up by 4. And long pass by Rubio. And here's a chance. And good defense. Noel comes with a block. So you can't throw that lob and He went well in the vicinity. So here comes quickly back to, and here's Obi. Obi drives. Obi strong, and he got fouled. He puts it up there. So Obi Toppin felt some contact. He shot it. Santiago, I cannot show the game. I will get shut down. I would love to show you the game and give you the play-by-play or even give you some audio. I'm not allowed to because YouTube, Facebook, and everything, they shut the whole program down due to copyright infringement. So I have to give you the play-by-play as best as possible and just watch along. And we could go back and forth about, what you liked, what you do like, what you don't like. And Obi Toppin hits the free throw. So he has a chance there, extend the lead to 5. So that's the reason why I'm not able to. I don't think anyone's allowed to show you that because they will get shut down immediately. So Obi Toppin and going for the line, trying to complete. He has another free throw coming up, and he hits a pair of free throws. So Obi Toppin having a good game tonight. Knicks up 37-31 with 10:50 in the game. Good defense. New York playing some good D here. Second unit. Back to Mobley. Mobley with 8 points so far tonight. And shot clock at 8. He makes his move. And here's Noel with another block, but they call a foul. So they're calling another foul here. So the referee's trying to call a little ticky-tack here. Let's see where the foul was. And no foul. I didn't see a foul there. It looks totally clean. But still, it was called. So he will go to the line for some free throws. Wow, that was a bad no call there, if you ask me. And let's see. Looking at the replay, wow. So he's going to attempt the first free throw. He hits. Usman at the line there. City Usman, who got whacked there. So got a gift, in my opinion, but he hits a free throw. Knicks up 37-32. And he's attempt for second one in. So he hits a pair of free throws. Knicks up 33-37, 4-point game with 10:30 here before halftime. Here's Quickly. Quickly keeps his dribble. Quickly goes to the back to RJ Barrett. RJ Barrett got fouled there by Usman. So RJ Barrett was going to go strong to the glass. So Usman felt that he got by him and grabbed or fouled him. So he stopped that play. No free throws. They'll inbound the ball. They're not over the penalty. They'll get a new shot clock, 14 on the shot clock. As Quickly inbound to Burks. Burks has Rubio on him and swiped away. Burks still gets the ball, retrieves it. Here's Burks. Burks jumps up, rises, and in and out. That was halfway down, but here comes Usman with the rebound. Usman over to Rubio. Back to Mobley. 15 on the shot clock. Back to Usman. Usman thought about it. Usman makes his move. Usman back to Mobley. Mobley's going to attempt a 3. The near fight. That's off the run. So here comes the New York. Rebound Burks over to Quickly. Quickly. Bounce pass. Quickly's going to shoot a 3. And that's off the mark. Rebound Mobley again. Here's Rubio. So Mobley's playing some good minutes here for the near fight. The Knicks are 3 of 10, shooting 30% from 3. Here, drive. Usman thought about the 3. He got Burks on him on a mismatch. Back to Rubio. 11 on the shot clock. Rubio's going to attempt the 3. Rubio hits a 3-pointer. Ricky Rubio with a second 3-pointer made of the game. Cut it to 1. RJ Barrett quickly. Here comes Toppin with a screen. Back to Obi. Back to RJ. RJ with a spin. RJ going strong. Back to Burks. Burks has 11 on the shot clock. Burks off the glass. And here comes Jonas Noel. Loose ball rebound. Cleveland comes up with it. So the Knicks up by 1. Here's Rubio Usman. Here's a wide open 3. And it's off the mark. Rebound Obi Toppin. So here comes New York there. So he missed on that 3 here. Here comes RJ. Has Ricky Rubio on him. And looks like he wants to attack immediately. Offensive foul call on Obi Toppin trying to set a screen there. He barely, wow. So referees are calling this a little inconsistent, if you ask me. And John Calipari sitting at courtside there. So look for the former, or mostly everyone from Kentucky, to have a hell of a game tonight. The former coach, collegiate coach of most of these players on the Knicks roster there. And Hughes, happy with his Mavs, are 6-3 as well. Good buzzer beater by Luka Doncic. We'll talk about that at the half. And Usman drives, kicks off to Sexton, who's back in the game. He hits wide open 3, misses. Here comes Julius Randle back in the game. Rose is in the game. Here's Julius, full steam ahead. Julius goes strong, and he was blocked. No call there. So Nice no call by the refs there at both ends because Julius pushed off and he got contact. So no foul, no harm. Here's Cleveland. Here's Jared Allen back in the game, spins and turns over. So Jared Allen spins out of control, trying to find Sexton on the line and misses. Turnover, New York's ball. So John Colin Parry, former coach of Noel, Rose, Randle, Knox, quickly. And here's Rose bringing the ball up. Knicks up by 1 here, 36-37. Derrick Rose. He has Garland. Garland's back in the game. Here's Rose going to the glass, but he stops on the dime, pass to RJ. RJ, corner 3, off the mark, fell short. Knicks need to get back on transition. They do. Here's Garland. With 8 minutes before the half, Garland backed over to Wade, to Jared Allen, and good swipe by Nerlens Noel there. Here's, and they call a foul here to stop the play. Noel looks like he got banged up a little bit, his hand. But good defense by Nerlens Noel, swiping the ball away. Noel has the great hands for defense, but he's a terrible hands for offense. But hey, that's what he brings here. An inbound ball here with 7:55 before the half. Rose back to Julius Randle. Randle backing up on Wade. Wade smacks the ball away. 12 on the shot clock. Here's RJ back to Rose. Rose thought about a 3. Rose driving. Rose jumper and he misses. Rebound, loose ball, but here comes Cleveland. Sexton back to Wade. Wade thought about a 3. Back to Sexton. Back to Wade. 14 on the shot clock. Sexton back to Wade. 2-man game here. Wade shoots up, rises for 3, and he hits. 3-pointer. So Cleveland takes the lead up by 2, 39-37. 2-man game there. So Cleveland on an 8-0 run in the last 3 minutes. Here's Burks for the 3. And it's good. So Burks answers right back. 3-pointer. Alex Burke. So 40-39. Knicks up by 1. Back and forth seesaw game here. So 7 minutes here before the half. 15 on the shot clock. Garland guarded by Rose on a 3-point line. And Garland makes a dribble looking for Wade there, trying to play that 2-man game. And Garland shoots up a 3, and he hits a high arcing shot. So that's good. So Garland hits a 3-pointer. Cavaliers back up 42-40. So a lot of good shooting so far in the second in this small. And here's Rose getting to the paint, and he scores. Derrick Rose scoring in there. Salute, Chef Dan. What's going on, my friend?
Salute to you, Salute to you, Kev. How you doing, man? I'm a little tired. I just came from work, so I'm just trying to watch the game. I see we're tied up right now. Derrick Rose is starting because Derrick Rose is starting because Kemba is, resting right now. I see the Cavs got a nice thing going with their unit. How's the game looking on your end so far?
A lot of back and forth action. Pretty good. It's a really good game. Back and forth. Knicks go on a run themselves. Cleveland comes back on a run themselves. You see a lot of teams, a young team. What we see is the future of the Eastern Conference, if you ask me. And you're starting to see that on our shows. Really good back and forth action, Chef Dan. I'm really liking this game. It's really competitive, really exciting. And despite the Knicks are shooting 50% from the field, 16 out of 32. Cleveland is shooting 17 out of 36, 47.2%. 3-pointers, 35.7 from Cleveland, 33.3%. All the stats are right there, Chef Dan. Four free throws for the Knicks. They hit all 4. Cleveland has hit all 3 on their free throws. Rebounding, they have a 4 rebound advantage, 18-14, and 4 of them are offensive. And assists, they have 13 assists to the Knicks 9. The Knicks have 4 blocks. Noel are shutting himself with blocks, and the Knicks, are trailing the steals department 3-2, and the turnover battle are right there. Cleveland has 3, New York has 4, and the point of the paint are really close. 20 for Cleveland, 18 for New York. Cleveland had 3 transitional layups where that the Knicks did not get on back in time. So that's why the number of the paint are a little, are favoring Cleveland right now.
Okay. All right. That's why things are looking the way they are. How's RJ looking? Like how's the starting unit with Derrick Rose looking so far as the offense flowing?
It looks pretty okay. RJ Barrett with 6 points. He looks strong going to the basket. Very aggressive. And Evan Fournier actually is benefiting of all. He has 11 points shooting some back-to-back. He had back-to-back sequence there. He had back-to-back threes. He was feeling really good. Derrick Rose, they haven't lost too much of a step, if you ask me, not at all. I'm not going to say they would look even better because you want to see Rose in that role that he belongs in coming off the bench. But Rose is Rose. Rose is still playing his game, attacking and not being selfish either. He has 6 points with 3 assists, in 11 minutes. So that says a lot right there as well.
Awesome.
So right now they're actually talking to John Calipari.
Oh, that's going to be very interesting. I got the game on mute, but I have the captions on. So hopefully while you're calling some of the action, I could tell you what John Calipari is, I could tell some of the chat what John Calipari is saying.
Ooh, once you mention that, I'm buffering right now. Isn't that funny?
Okay. He said he feels like a proud dad right now, but he wants to shout out Leon, Wes, and what's his name again? Kenny Payne, because he feels like it's one big family, and that as Julius gets a steal and a slam down the court. So now it's 44-42. The Knicks take the lead. But yeah, he feels like he's such a proud dad, and he even sees the extension in the family with Derrick Rose. And so now the Knicks truly have a family vibe. It's not just Kentucky, but it's like a Memphis kind of vibe, Memphis, Kentucky cross connection. And so now that gives, birth to new connections. You see him now with Obi Toppin's little brother. So now the Toppins are in the family, things
Derrick
of that nature.
Derrick Rose scores there, 46-42. Go ahead, Chef, man.
Yeah, most definitely. But then after that, he's talking about his team this year and how he feels excited to be coaching the team that he's coaching. And he's also excited to watch the Knicks because he sees so much growth in everybody.
As Cleveland score makes it 44-46 here. Knicks have the ball. Here's RJ Barrett going strong to the hole, and he misses that one. Thought there was some contact there. He's still not getting the whistles yet. Here's Sexton, transition 3 off the mark. Rebound by Nolan's Noel. Here's Randle going to bring the ball up. So pretty soon he's going to start needing – refs going to have to start respecting and calling those calls when he's going to the hole. He's being consistent. Here's Randle, rises. A lot of contact, no call. Referees are swallowing their whistles here in the second quarter. They were calling a ticky-tack in the first, and now they're letting him play. Here's Jared Allen deep in the paint with Randle on him. Here's Noel double. Wide open 3 shot and in. So that's Achilles heel for the Knicks. They gambled for the 2. And Winder hits a 3-pointer. Cavaliers up 47-46. Here with 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Cavaliers are shooting now 6 of 16 from 3-point land. Here's RJ. RJ going strong to the glass and no call again. And now Noel's arguing with the refs. Get back. You gotta. This is the 3rd time the Knicks have gone and complained to the refs, turn their back, and Cavaliers are exploring them on transition.
And going in and having those take fouls, like I understand the frustration truly because the Knicks are in the bonus, and it's not that they're attacking for the foul. They're attacking with the intent to make the basket, but it seems like, the referees are swallowing their whistle here, but you got to continue the play. You have to continue the play.
So inbound here, Rubio. Back to Garland. Garland's in. Garland's attacking. He's off the floater, misses it. Rebound Noel. Here's Randle. Randle kicks it to Rose. Rose thought about it. He has Rubio there. Good defense by Rubio. Back to Julius. Back to Fournier. Fournier curls. Fournier goes floater, and he makes a nice play in the paint. So Knicks are scoring in the paint. They need to do what they did with the Milwaukee Bucks. Continue to score in the paint. Continue to attack and get the high percentage field goal shot, and they're going to keep success. The 3-pointers will fall. 13 points for Fournier here with 3 minutes and 45 seconds before the half. Oh, backdoor play from Rubio. Rubio kicks it up to Wade. Wade with a 3, misses. Fight for the rebound. Here comes Rose. Rose brings it up with 3:30 here left before the half. Rose picks up his dribble. Rose going nice to the glass, and here's Noel. He counted and he makes a foul. Nolan's Noel. Butterfingers Noel with a chance for a 3-point play there.
Butterfinger Noel.
Give that man assist to Derrick Rose.
From the start. Now you can see Antoine
It's got to be in
Griezmann.
English, Antoine. It's got to be English. You're under pressure.
I love Derrick Rose.
That's a very valid.
We
Yes.
all love Derrick Rose too.
We all love Derrick Rose.
So that's the new model, the new clip that I got here for Derrick Rose. And Nolan Noel is going to try to complete a 3-point play. Wow, how many times we're going to see that in this season? So here's Noel trying to 2 points, 3 assists, 2 blocks, and he completes a 3-point play. Knicks up by 4, 51-47 with 3:30 left in the half.
I know it's early in the season, but Noel has been hitting his free throws.
A pleasant surprise, and the Knicks defense intensifies. Here's Rubio blocked by Derrick Rose. Back comes Julius with a block. 8 on the shot clock. Garland back to Mobley. Mobley's been a bright spot. He cleans it up with a dunk. So the neophyte, Evan Mobley, with double figures here before the half. Knicks up by 2, 51-49. Here's Noel back to Julius, back to Fournier. Fournier with a nice screen. Back to Julius. Julius thought about a 3. He's got Allen on him. Julius drives. Julius jumps over Allen. Not a good shot there. And he trying to shoot over a tough Allen. Not a good percentage shot there. Here comes the Cleveland Cavaliers. Back to Mobley. Evan Mobley drives on Nolan Noel, and he hits the foul. Oh, almost had a chance for a 3-point play there. So they call that aggressively there. So they're going to call a timeout here. Timeout with 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Knicks up 51-49 with he's going to the line for some 3. Hey, Chef Dan, there's Heel has a nice word for you there.
I'm trying, brother. I'm trying, but I just came back from the kitchen, so I don't even want to talk kitchen right now. I just want to talk Knicks.
And it's good to see I'm Heel back here, after he got the World Series, decompress, and just let it go. And I know Heel, we sympathize with you for losing the World Series, getting close. Definitely, my friend. But we're glad to see you here. Definitely, I am Heel. Definitely glad to see him back on here, ready on the basketball.
Glad to see you're healed, and everything is fine with you.
Yes, indeed. So let's go before the half there. The Knicks got to add to this halftime lead before they go to the half. It's going to be a seesaw battle back and forth. The Knicks got to assert themselves on defense. It's going to be see how Thibodeau's going to do with his second half adjustments. Like everyone thought that Quentin Grimes was going to get in the game, so forth, because no Kemba Walker due to rest. But no, so far he's been playing actually one man less. But they've been back and forth there, Chef Dan.
Oh yeah, but I remember I believe before the Bucks game I asked for the lineup with RJ and the bench. I think that's gonna happen again before he goes to Quentin Grimes and Miles McBride. You kind of just it's still early in the season. You kind of want to have you want to play the guys as much as they can, get them as much chemistry as they can together, this core, because these core guys, if all else fails, and or if anything, if we're healthy throughout the season, these are the guys you're going to see most of the time.
I agree. Let me ask you this: coming the second half, or even to finish these 2 minutes, would you give Todd? I would give Todd Gibson some time to try to just frustrate Evan Mobley. He's getting for a neophyte. He's too comfortable, and you don't want a neophyte to be comfortable in on a road against you guys. First time you see this kid, maybe you might want to second half put a little bit of Todd Gibson in the game at center just to give them a little bit of just something, a veteran defense, and frustrate that young boy.
Yeah, I would go to that, but that's only if Taj is comfortable with that ankle.
Oh, that's right.
He's a very valuable piece, and I think he's one of those guys that if he comes in there, I think the offense is gonna hum a lot more. So I just hope that ankle's okay. If he's comfortable and he's willing to go, then we could go with a little Taj, because I agree with you there. And Noel is more of his skill set is more. It seems more of a for a guy who maybe if he's facing a ball handling big, he can poke out the ball from here and there, and he has great lateral movement and things of that nature. But for Evan Mobley, it seems like he's kind of just getting the ball and going to his spots.
Yeah, he hits the first free throw, so he has another one coming up. Knicks actually up by 1. Chance for Mobley to tie it here with a free throw coming up. and he hits it. So he looks good. His form on the free throw line looks good. They were all even at 51 with 2 minutes and 35 seconds before the half. As Rose brings it up he's by the logo, calling out a play there over to Fournier. Fournier, 14 on the shot clock. Fournier surveils back to RJ, back to Fournier. Fournier thought about shooting, and Fournier backs up, long jumper and off the mark. Not a good shot there. They had time on the shot clock to get something closer. They've been scoring at will at the paint. And the Knicks trying to settle for jump shots when we know they have a disparity at the paint. Here's Garland. Garland drives and passes it out wide open 3-pointer to Mobley, and Mobley misses it. Rebound, Fournier. So Mobley still is a rookie, so you want to have him take that shot. It hasn't shown that range yet. Julius has Mobley with 16, but passes of RJ back to Mobley, but Julius took his eye off, turned the ball over. Here's Rubio looking with a full head of steam. Rubio passes it to 3. Here's Mobley. Mobley driving deep in the paint and will call for steps there. Traveling. So turnover. New York will have it with 1 minute and 43 seconds here before the half. It's all even at 51 apiece. Here's Rose bringing the ball up there. Back to Fournier. So Rose immediately giving the ball to Fournier to felicit. And Rose want the ball back to Fournier, back to Julius. 10 on the shot clock. Julius has Mobley, and he has a near fight move. And man, what a dunk by Julius Randle, going strong to the hole there. That's what you want. Points in the paint. I mentioned that last possession, Chef Dan. They need to score.
Most definitely. And so now it was 53-51, but then the Cavs ran down. Someone missed a score, but then Jared Allen picked up the rebound and put back. So it's now tied 53. We have Julius isolating on Jared Allen, and I believe he got the foul call. So Julius is heading to the line. 46 seconds left in the quarter. It's 53-53, and they're just replaying that strong take to the rim. That's
what you said, going to the rim. When Julius goes strong to the rim, he gets good success there. But when he wants to step back, jab back, and fade away, he's not hitting that shot right now. And right now, they have to continue the good trend. They're scoring at will in the paint, points in the paint, and they need to continue that if they want to be successful, especially tonight. Right now against this young team, just keep breaking their wills with the points in the paint. They don't have an answer for the Knicks here. As Julius hits the first free throw, he has another one coming up. So the Knicks take a 1-point lead here with 46.9 seconds before the half.
And I see on the captions right now, Mike and Breen are just talking about that Milwaukee game. I wish I was on the live with you. The most I could do was give the super chat as I believe that was Ricky Rubio hit the mid-range and tied it up at 55 all. So Rose is bringing the ball up.
You're ahead by a couple
passes
seconds, but we're good.
Evan Fournier. Fournier passes it to Rose. Rose driving baseline. Misses it, but Mitchell Robinson gets it, and he gets fouled. So Mitchell Robinson is heading to the line with 26.9 seconds left on the shot clock, left on the game clock.
So Mitchell Robinson is asserting himself here in the last few seconds here before the half. He was kind of quiet there, but if he's going to assert himself, the Knicks continue. It looks like the Knicks going to have an advantage in the paint, and if they can assert themselves and be able to exploit that mismatch, they're going to have a good opportunities here.
I think it's about time for one of these moments where we're going to have to try and do a dump off to Mitch and let him try and do something.
Well, yeah, we saw that. We also saw that with Obi Toppin. Phenomenal moves early when his limited time on the floor. Phenomenal moves by Obi Toppin, being aggressive, going to the glass. So Mitchell Robinson hits the first one, and he hits both. So Knicks up by 57-55, up by 2 with 26.9, about 3 seconds on the shot clock to game clock. Rubio at the timeline. You're probably ahead of me, but Rubio picked up by Rose. 14 on the shot clock. Rubio trying to call out a play here. Rubio, he goes to the glass. He blocked by Mitchell Robinson, but Jared Allen, right place at the right time, and he tried to go for the dunk, but it was fouled. So Jared Allen's been a pest, being at the right place at the right time for those loose balls fouls to clean them up, to clean up all those loose balls, loose ends. Oh man, and where
You remember?
I didn't see the foul there though. Let me see there. Mitchell missed him. He swiped at him but didn't touch him. Wow, that's a phantom call. I mean, the intent of fouling was there, yes, but he didn't actually make contact,
All I'll say is
and he
Jared
misses.
Allen misses, ball don't
Borola.
lie.
That's right.
Ball don't lie.
So he's gonna hit, and he's gonna attempt for another free throw. So the Knicks might be going to the halftime with a lead here, depending on this rebound or this missed free throw. And he hits a free throw. Knicks up by one, 57-56. They're gonna have to inbound with 6.7 seconds. Plenty of time to get a good shot out. But Julius, 4 on the shot clock. Julius, looked like he walked there, and he misses it. So we'll go to the half there. He looked like he took a couple steps. He looked like he walked there. So, and it says here, let's EMMD back in the building. It's good to see you again. And here it says they are projected to lose this game, given their 3-point attempts. They need to get 30 attempts and over 30% from threes. There's a good stat with that, but the Milwaukee, they didn't shoot well from the threes from the Milwaukee game. The disparity was the rebounding and the points in the paint. I think if they play that's why I keep going over and saying the Knicks need to continue that same play that they had against the Milwaukee Bucks, exploring the paint, get that easy bucket, the high field goal percentage in the paint and score, and rebound these teams technique wise. And I think that you saw how they pulled away against the Bucks, the defending champions. If they do that same thing on this young rookie team and get back on transition, they'll have a good chance of winning this game on your home court, Chef Dan.
I agree with you there completely. And on top of that, we can see what the Cavaliers' offense is right now. It's everything in the paint for them as well. They can't hit any threes. So why would you try and shoot your own self in the foot and do a simple offense of, if you miss, you're going to run back because it's going to be a long rebound. And they have both Evan Mobley and Jared Allen out on the floor. So they have longer rebounders out there. It all flows in with the natural game plan. You just have to, stick with the points in the paint. That's what got you the last game, and you see it's the formula for this game so far.
Yeah, and I got everyone's stats here. Let's go with the whole game stats. You have the Cleveland Cavaliers shooting 22 out of 49 with 49.9% from the field. The New York Knicks are shooting 22 out of 45. That's 48.9%. The 3-point Cleveland is shooting 33.3%. They're 6 out of 18 from the field. The Knicks are shooting only 4 out of 13 with 30.8%, like EM was mentioning, 30% from the field, 33, and only attempted 13 threes. But they're shooting the 13 threes at the moment. They're not forcing them. They're not chucking threes. So I'd rather have them shoot a wide or wide open or in rhythm three than chucking up and shooting some wild threes and allowing bad possessions. So I'm okay with it with 13 right now. I'm pretty sure that number will go up, but if they, of course, they got to continue. It's a match. This matchup is pretty much even. The Cleveland Cavaliers are 6 from 7 from the free throw line, 85.7%. The Knicks are perfect, 9 and 9 from the free throw line. They're perfect from the line. The rebounding, Cavaliers have 26 rebounds. The Knicks are 19. So there is a rebound disparity seen there, especially Cleveland have 7 offensive rebounds. Now you see that's the height between Jared Allen and Mobley because they're taller, they're longer, lengthier, and Allen has just been at the right place at the right time, if you ask me, when it comes to those offensive rebounds and putbacks. And the Knicks have 11 assists, while the Cavaliers have 17 assists. The Knicks have 7 blocks, guys. Yeah, 7 blocks. I think they had 10 last game against the Bucks. 1 for Cleveland, 4 steals. Actually, it was the opposite. They had 10 steals last game, and not 10 blocks. This time they could have 10 blocks, and that'd be wonderful to see that. Different games, their defense doing it in different stats, double digits. That'd be phenomenal. The Knicks had 5 turnovers, while the Cleveland Cavaliers had 6. The points in the paint, I'm almost even. The Knicks are scoring them 28-26 in the paint, and that's the stats there. Chef Dan, you ready for the individual stats?
Oh, I have them right there in front of me.
Let them rip. So let them rip there then.
Well, I'll let you know on the Cleveland Cavaliers side, Dean Wade has 6 points. He has 0 assists, 1 steal, 0 blocks, 2 rebounds. Jared Allen has 7 points. He has 0 blocks, 3 assists, 10 rebounds. Jared Allen with 7 points and 10 rebounds. That's big right there. And 4 of them are offensive rebounds as well. Evan Mobley with 12 points. He has 1 steal, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Colin Sexton, 8 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Uh, Darius Garland, 7 points, 4 assists, 2 rebounds. And then on the bench, their leading scorer is Ricky Rubio with 11 points. Well, on the bench is their leading scorer off the bench, 11 points. Ricky Rubio, 4 assists, 1 rebound. And then you have Seti Osman with 2 points and D. Whittler with 3 points. Over on the Knicks side, you have Julius Randle with 11 points, one steal, 5 assists, 5 rebounds. Mitchell Robinson, 4 points, 4 blocks, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. That's a good game for Mitchell Robinson so far in the half. Derrick Rose with 8 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Evan Fournier with 13 points, 1 steal, 0 assists, 2 rebounds. And RJ Barrett with 6 points, 0 assists, 1 rebound. Obi Toppin with 7 points, 2 rebounds. Nerlens Noel with 3 points, Alec Burks with 5 points, and quickly has gotten off on a slow start so far.
Good. Thank you for giving me those stats. And we'll definitely see the adjustments in the second half for the New York Knicks.
Most definitely. But what I also wanted to point out in what you said, which was very important, was how we're 9 for 9 from the free throw line. I think one of the bigger, achievements in that is how our centers are going to the line right now and converting both their free throws. I think that's very big, and if that's a trend that continues, that'll really help our offense.
Not only that, Obi Toppin went to the line and hit 4 free throws, if I'm not mistaken. It was 2 in a row. Obi Toppin, aggressive. Obi Toppin had a really nice couple of minutes here and when he came in, and he was very positive. He was a plus on the field, attacking. You saw him going from the top, from actually the corner and making spin moves and going to the glass strong from something we haven't seen from Obi Toppin, putting the ball on the floor, spin moves, looking like wow, really good moves. Kind of. I'm not saying playing like him, but reminiscing of a Amadi Stoudemire. In his heyday, making those spin moves and aggressiveness to the basket. It was like wow. Obi, what you saw was his footwork much improved from last season, and you could see the hard work he put on in the summer actually started and showed itself. He's been showing himself since the beginning of the season. Don't get me wrong, since summer league and so forth. But to see it even more, like it looks so comfortable, like second nature from Obi Toppin in so far. You're pleasantly surprised. It's not like well, we didn't see this coming. Well, he was drafted and the Knicks were high in last season for this reason. They saw the skill set in this young man, and now with a couple months later, we're seeing it develop beautifully in front of our eyes.
It's crazy. You say that. It seems like every game OB shows us something like on the scouting report that was there, like something highlight worthy that everyone was like, come on, man. I guess it's because he was, one of the bigger, older guys in that division. It's like, no, he's athletically gifted and he knows basketball. And not only that, but you can see that he's adjusting from in college, having an offense geared around you, to now you're in the NBA, you're just being a role player. But every now and then he has those flashes, whether it's in transition or in the half court, where he's showing something. Like it's these moments, and all you have to do right now is just hope he can string them together. If he starts stringing them together now, he becomes a consistent player, and that should put fear in other people's hearts.
Exactly. Well said there. Well said. I'll definitely well said remarks there, Chef Dan. Enjoy that one. So looking around the league there, I can't believe last night, 30 points for Joel Embiid with 15 rebounds and 2 blocks. We see them tomorrow night, and they're up there as they show the punch that Lonzo Ball got across his nose. Wrong place at the wrong time. Talk about that. So we get the 76ers tomorrow night. They're hot right now. 6-game winning streak. They beat the Bulls in Chicago. Wow, 114 to 105. Embiid is starting to feel it. Let's see what the Knicks. They got a lot. They got a lot on their hands. Wow.
No, that's a big reason as to why you rested Kemba for tonight, because they're still without Ben Simmons, so you don't have a person per se to guard the guards. As long as Kemba can go off tomorrow night, it'll help. As
And
they show Luka Doncic
wow. But I saw
with the Luka magic.
Porzingis tying that game with a putback. Wow. Porzingis got up there. He actually found the basket. Wow. And look at that. Bullock just standing there watching. Now, where did I see that in picture before?
Oh man, come on. Bullock invented the saying the Big 15.
No, we miss him though. I do
Yeah.
miss him. I do miss Brownstone Bullock. I do miss him here on the team.
I mean, I don't like. Here's what I'll say. I note that Evan Fournier is an upgrade. It's just that we clearly see it right now. The vibe from this team is different from last year's team.
Yeah, I know. It's not like they didn't get worse. They're actually
No,
better.
they didn't get worse. They got. I don't know. It's not better. It's like the
It's
vibe.
different.
It's different. It's just different.
Yeah, it's different. It's a different way of skinning the cat.
Hmm.
They're showing the replay that dunk by Powell from Detroit, from Dallas. So I know Heel was happy as Mavericks. He said he was happy to see his Dallas Mavericks get that buzzer beater. Ooh,
I
nice.
think that's why he was in the chat today. In order for us to see that during halftime and go, yeah, we're doing.
They're showing the highlights around the league there. What's the surprising? OKC winning 2 games against the Lakers this season. Wow, in short time.
I wish I could say that was surprising, but that isn't.
You think? I mean, if you tell me beginning of the season, you look at the schedule, says OKC is going to win 2 out of those. I could say we could say a split at the but 2 against this Laker team, no matter what, not wow. I find it surprising. That's the reason why I say that.
I mean, LeBron wasn't playing in one of them, so you're gonna give one of them up, and they're naturally gonna win one because the Lakers are oddly constructed. They just are right now.
Yeah, that's true. Wow, I can't believe I'm looking at that play with Porzingis. He just came in wide open. No box out from Tatum or Brown there. They were just both standing there, and they just didn't box. They just put a body in front of Porzingis, and Porzingis was going to be forced to go over the top. You get a loose ball foul, game over. Wow.
Yeah, because at the very least, like this is the thing. I would have said like Celtics have a lack of a big man, but in reality, like, and this isn't being a homer, like, let me literally take off my Knicks hat. Give me a moment. Taking off my Knicks hat, Porzingis doesn't play big, so it's like even smaller guards in the post give him a problem. So as long as you truly boxed him out, you would have been able to at least walk away. If Luka hits that three, whatever, it would have been a little salad dressing, but you'd have been able to walk away with the win. But
Not only that, he pushed off though. He did. He. I mean, I know they're not gonna call that because we've seen the most egregious push off in an NBA.
ooh, yes, we have.
But they're not gonna call that. Good players get those calls, but he did push off there if they wanted. So once we get back, they should be getting back from the half soon. When we'll get back to play by play. So salute to everyone on the Sunday evening joining us. Early Sunday evening. I hope you guys set your clock back. I hope you guys get that proper rest that you need, getting ready, your body ready for tomorrow. Those that are returning to the workforce for their new start of their new week. I hope everything goes well. Those that are continuing coming home from work, I hope your day was great. I hope you guys unwind, and thank you for joining us, allowing us to entertain you this evening here on the BX Sports Jedi Network. Watch along, play by play, and the heavy chat interaction. Don't forget, we'll drop we'll drop the podcast for the return of the Knicks maybe tomorrow before the game. I don't know. I will see because it's a back-to-back, so it'll be a lot to unpack for me to try to do the play by a podcast with the recapping this game and the Bucks game. There's so much stuff there, but we'll see. We'll keep you posted. That's why, follow us on Spotify or anywhere you have your audio platform. We do a podcast there, and so most of the time, sometimes we drop it on YouTube as well, but a lot of times we go directly to podcasts and give us your thoughts about the game and stuff for us. So like that, you can save your battery, hear our thoughts. And also, we recognize there is a lot of Knicks content creators on YouTube. We don't want to start stepping on our toes or allow them to speak themselves and share the wealth of the podcast or the content creators on YouTube. So we'll do the podcast at time as well. Not because we, just to give a variation. You, of course, at the end of the day, you the consumer or the watcher is you guys whose time you decide to give to which content is up to you guys. So we try to do our best to entertain you guys and try to be different from everyone, not the same type of programs you can see. We'll be a little different and bring our flair, our own gumbo, like Chef Dan likes to say, our own ingredients in our soup, and hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Most definitely. As we see the Knicks starting the third quarter right now, Derrick Rose bringing the ball up. He passes it to Fournier. Fournier back to Rose. Rose penetrating, kicks out to Julius. Julius, three-pointer, misses. Cavaliers get the rebound, passes it to Garland as Garland brings the ball up, defended by Rose. Out on the perimeter, and Julius almost gets a steal but knocks it out of bounds, and so keeps it the Cavaliers' ball. But Julius is protesting right there. He felt like he maybe got pulled as he was going for the ball. Yeah. Cavaliers inbound the ball. Darius Garland penetrating, blocked by Mitchell Robinson. Woo! Yet again. Mitchell Robinson.
Seven on the shot clock. Just let us know now. 11:28 in the game here. Take it away, Chef Dan.
As Jared Allen misses, but I believe they're going to call a foul, which I don't know. I don't believe that. But anyways, there's 5 blocks by Mitchell Robinson right there.
Oh, my God. Is that really? That's what they called on Mitchell Robinson? I mean, you're you're like 15 seconds ahead, but wow, that's a terrible call.
Yeah, I know. They're not even replaying it for me right now. Oh, there they go.
Hey ref, maybe you put too much gel in your hair, and you got enough. You can see the whites of the gel on the back of your head there, and call the game correctly. My God,
that was terrible. They just replayed. That was terrible.
Wow, there was no contact.
No contact.
Did he have bad breath or something that we don't know of that was offensive? I mean, wow.
As Derrick Rose has the ball, penetrating, kicks out to RJ. RJ fakes the 3, dribbling. He drives baseline and is blocked, but gets the ball back, shoots it, and 24-second shot clock violation.
Nice block there by the neophyte Mobley.
Yeah,
good help defense. That's good. That's good help defense there by that young man.
Most definitely so. 57 all. The Cavaliers inbound the ball to Darius Garland, running some action on top of the key. Passes it to Mobley. Mobley tightly defended by Julius, and they call a foul on Julius.
Now they're getting a little ticky-tack here.
This is...
Wow. I mean, what I saw there, that play on the Knicks offensive side is the Cleveland Cavaliers listening to their coach. Weak side help to defend the paint. They see the Knicks scoring a lot of points in the paint, and that's where you saw Mobley come over on that weak side. Go ahead, Chef.
Most definitely. As Mobley misses the mid-ranger, Julius brings the ball up, passes it to RJ. RJ's dribbling, serving, passes it to Rose. Rose surveying his isolation matchup. Nice spin move. Oh, misses it, but Mitchell Robinson with the putback jam. As Darius Garland tried to rush up the field and shoot a 3-pointer and missed it, but Knicks have the rebound. So now Rose has the ball, passes it to Julius. Julius dribbling, passes it back to Rose. Rose penetrating. He goes with the floater, spin around, misses it. Mitchell Robinson almost had it, but goes over to the Cavaliers. Cavaliers driving, Ricky Rubio, and he passes it off to Jared Allen. Jared Allen with the dunk. So now tied 59 all. Knicks inbound the ball. Derrick Rose, he's bringing the ball up the court. So you see Mitchell Robinson running up the court. He passes it to Julius, give and go right back to uh, right back to Rose. Rose passes it to RJ. RJ for the three, misses the three, and passes it back. It goes right back to the Cavs. Cavaliers driving. Darius passes it to Ricky Rubio for the three, and Ricky Rubio hits the three. So now the Cavaliers take a lead. It's 62-59.
That's his third 3-pointer for Ricky Rubio tonight.
Most definitely. As the Knicks have the ball, they swing the ball to Julius Randle. Randle to Robinson. Robinson passes it to Rose. Rose fumbles it.
Yeah.
There seems like there's a lot of confusion right now. Two referees are saying Knicks ball. One referee is saying he doesn't know.
And
They're going to go to the replay.
Right now, 62.
Darius Garland touched it last. So Knicks inbound the ball. Julius isolating. He goes. And they call an offensive foul on Julius. Wow.
What was the offensive foul about? Or was it a shot clock violation?
No, it was offensive foul.
Wow.
So Darius Garland has the ball. He oops it, but misses Mobley. Passes it up to RJ Barrett. RJ, and he fumbles the ball. Ricky Rubio gets the ball. He's running up. He shoots a three and makes it. So now the Cavaliers have a 6-point lead, 65-59, and Tom Thibodeau calls timeout.
4 3-pointers for Ricky Rubio so far. So third quarter, this is where they can. Here's the problem with the Knicks. Third quarter, Cleveland comes up with their spark for the third quarter usually is Derrick Rose. Who is going to be the spark off the bench in the third quarter when now that Rose is forced in the starting lineup here? That's the same problem we had last year in the playoffs as well. So we should be interesting tonight to see.
I mean, it has to be. We're not looking at it from a defensive point right now. We're looking at it from we need scoring right now.
Correct.
That's what we need. And so if there was defense, I wish we could say Emmanuel Quickley, but Emmanuel Quickley is showing us so far this year he is going through a sophomore slump, and scoring is not the forte for him right now.
We shall see, because Obi Toppin had some nice minutes. Now you really can ask Roby Toppin, who's been sitting on the bench for so long, to come in here and be instant offense. Maybe it is Nolan Zuel coming in and get a couple more blocks and shut himself down the paint, and maybe it leads to some transition easy baskets. Maybe that's the only way. That's the way that spark is going to come up from the New York Knicks tonight. We shall see.
I mean, we would have to see, because Nerlens is more offensively gifted than he's more offensively skilled so far than Mitchell Robinson right now, so he is able to do more things.
Yeah, but I'm speaking about his defense leading to offense. I think because I don't know, they're allowing them to get now. They got this lead now, and the Knicks got to answer right back. Julius is arguing too much with the refs now. The refs, now the refs are becoming a negative impact on this game. This is what I dislike about this every time with these officiating crew, and the Knicks got to stop that. Stop turning and arguing with them, because it seems like that's a forte that happens way too much here.
Especially during transition.
Yes, we've seen that a lot. We saw that in the Indiana Pacers game. It's rearing his ugly head here tonight. Not too much, but hopefully they get that. Hopefully Derrick Rose calms that down, because this is where the point guard comes into big play to get the guys back in order and get their heads back in the game there. So I think with Derrick Rose, I think he'll navigate this here, and we'll see and let's see if the Cavaliers are really wanted to go all out to protect the paint. You saw that in the first few possessions here early. They're protecting that paint. Bernie Bickerstaff must have really drove that home, and his coaching staff to this team to really protect the paint. They're making the Knicks score too easy in the paint, and you saw them rotating and getting help defense. And hopefully that leads the Knicks see that and knows where to kick the ball around and pass the ball, the 3-pointers will be open going forward. Go ahead, Chef.
Most definitely. As Derrick Rose brings the ball up, passes to RJ. RJ passes right back to Rose. Rose to Julius. Julius to Fournier for three. Misses it. And so now Cavaliers get the rebound. Rubio bringing the ball up. Defended by Rose. Working along the perimeter. Passes it to Dean Wade. Wade to Mobley. Mobley working top of the key. Tries to get a pass. I forget this Afro guy's name.
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen, yes, but then Mobley cuts baseline, gets a pass back from Jared Allen, and drives and gets a dunk. So now Cavaliers up by 8, 67-59, 7:39 left in the third quarter. They're in the 2-3 zone right now and is working effectively for them. Derrick Rose drives, beautiful drive to the basket. Derrick Rose with tough English off the glass. So now it's 67-61. Rubio step back three, and he got it.
Oh my God! Another 5 3-pointers for Rubio.
Yeah, that's 5 for 5. Rubio now, he has 20 points, and the Cavs lead 70-61. Julius working along the baseline, working on the top of the key, drives, misses, but Mitchell Robinson with the nice putback. So it's 70-63. Knicks down by 7. It's Ricky Rubio. He's driving to the basket, misses, but Jared Allen gets the rebound and the putback. It's cleaning it up. 72-63. Knicks down by 9. Looks like the Cavaliers getting ready to make a substitution as Rose has the ball, passes it to Barrett. Barrett back to Rose. Rose for 3. And Derrick Rose with the 3-pointer. So now Derrick Rose, 13 points right now. As Ricky Rubio drives baseline, kicks it to Osman. Osman passes it to Mobley, back to Rubio. Rubio for 3. Rubio 6 for 6 from the downtown. It's now 75-66.
Too many people
Knicks inbound the ball right now.
Too many people are getting Happy Meals from the 3-point line when they play the Knicks.
Most definitely. I mean, Ricky Rubio right now has 23 points. Rose passes it to Julius. Julius to Barrett. Barrett to Fournier. Fournier drives back to Barrett for 3-pointer. And Barrett off the back iron. Jared Allen gets the rebound, passes it to Rubio. Rubio's driving. Rubio gets in the paint, passes it to Mobley. Mobley goes up, and he gets it. Knicks now down 11, and Tom Thibodeau calls another timeout. Ricky Rubio is getting whatever he wants right now.
And the thing is, this is a point guard that isn't fast. He's a slow-paced point guard, and this is the thing. You're seeing Mobley, the neophyte, out there causing havoc. Jared Allen is causing havoc. You see it. Okay, you're not gonna play. You have to put? In my opinion, you're gonna have to bring in Obi Toppin in here. Change. You need some athleticism to make Robinson. I don't know. He just thinks too much with his rotation. I understand you got a back-to-back night. Use your bench. Try Jericho Sims for a couple minutes to see what he could give you there. He's athletic because right now the neophyte is having his way and cooking, and the Cavaliers' size is showing itself.
I mean, for me right now, if we're looking at the individual scores and who I feel we have to stop, it's Ricky Rubio and Evan Mobley. So, and they're having a 2-man game right now, which includes Jared Allen as a tertiary, cleanup man / a guy who's kind of just, he's a cleanup guy / a rebounder. And also a facilitator, just making the middle passes, the ones that won't get the assists, but just helping facilitate the offense through those two. I think the best way, is the answer just Obi Toppin, or maybe you kind of have to?
No, I'm not saying it's Obi to do it, but they look a little slow right now. Like like flat-footed. They need a little athleticism, a spark, and they're missing that speed or that burst of spark or with energy. And so far Toppin has provided that. I'm not saying he's the answer here because not that I want to be a homer or biased for an Obi Toppin. I'm talking about maybe getting that younger, fresher legs right now. Maybe give Jericho Sims a couple minutes. I know. What are you saving? You want to save Noel and Madison tomorrow because you got Embiid and not looking ahead. But maybe you want to play a Sims here for a little bit just to see what he gives you going forward. But we shall see.
But then the other part of this game is like it's not really a physical game right now.
No, that's why it fits the skill sets of Jericho Sims. It's not a physicality game. It's an athletic and screen and Sims plays that type of way. And they're showing the most ugliest thing ever on replay. Walt Frazier in a Cleveland Cavaliers uniform. That is disgusting. And now here we go. The play-by-play here.
As Evan Fournier passes to Barrett. Barrett shoots a three, misses. And Ricky Rubio gets the rebound. He's driving. And Noel gets a steal. So Noel into the game. And Julius, what a terrible jump pass. The turnover. And now Jared Allen deep in position. He gets the dunk and the foul.
This is
Or nope, they say he get fouled on the entry pass. So they'll inbound it at the baseline.
He's causing havoc here. He's causing havoc. Knicks got no answer. The point also, RJ Barrett stopped going to the basket. He's settling for jumpers. He needs to attack the glass. He was doing really well going to the basket, attacking in the first half. Here, he's now settling for 3-pointers, not falling in there. I think he needs a couple of easy baskets to get him going as quickly he comes into the game.
Cavaliers inbound the ball. Rubio passes it to Allen. Allen in the paint, misses. Noel with the rebound. Julius bringing the ball up. Julius passes it to RJ. RJ in the post. Against Rubio, kicks it out to Fournier. Fournier dribbling. He shoots a three. Air ball. Rubio gets the ball. He's bringing the ball up. Passes it. And a block by Noel. And Julius dribbled the ball on the baseline, fighting for the rebound. So it's still Cavs ball.
Yeah, see, Noel. I'm not saying defense kind of lead to the offense here. So let's see if Noel's defense, but they unavailed the loose ball. Knicks touched it last, so Cleveland will keep the ball with 13 on the shot clock. Burks is in the game. Let's see if Burks can heat up and give Barrett a big rest that he needs.
Cavaliers, they have a turnover. Cedi Osman fumbled. Oh, nice passing right there. Burks to quickly behind the back to Julius. And what are they calling? And a delay of game on Randle? Oh, okay. But that was a great.
Oh my
great
God,
transition.
they call that a delay game when he's giving the ball to the ref to tie. He really? That's what they're gonna call a delay game on? They're lucky they didn't get a kick ball there.
No. You want to know why? They probably would have called a technical foul on him.
Oh, it was demonstrative. Never mind, it was a demonstrative toss.
Mm-hmm.
It was a demonstrative toss. Yeah, I take that back. It was very demonstrative. Lucky he didn't get hit with a technical.
As Mobley gets a foray to the basket and gets it in on Noel, quickly bringing the ball up. Score is 79-68. Knicks down by 11. Julius step back mid-range, got it, and the foul. So Julius heading to the line, hopefully getting a 3-point play to knock the lead down to 8. Julius, wow.
Yeah, that he hit that, but that was not a good shot selection. So Julius pleading his case during the timeout there. Hopefully, referee's gonna get tired of him complaining, so they'll hit him with a T.
No, I think that was him during halftime pleading his case. There were some egregious missed calls right there, and then some ticky tack fouls and everything. But he completes the 3-point play. It's 79-71. As Darius Garland almost coughs up a free turnover, but they get it out to Windler. Windler shoots the three and cashes it in. Cavaliers are 5 of 6 from the 3-point line this quarter. Knicks are 1 of 7 as the score is 82-71. Julius, he thinks he's got a mismatch, demanding the ball, but Evan Fournier drives to the basket, misses the floater. He gets the ball back and gets fouled, so he'll head to the line.
That was the effect of the near fight. He saw Mobley there, and he rushed that floater because he was hitting that all game. He saw that, he thought he was, that's the impact when you have guys coming on help defense, the paint, but he'll go to the line. Good second opportunities here for the Knicks.
Most definitely. And we see them getting to the line and helping themselves, fight into the score and things. So this is a really good sign for the Knicks right here.
And he hits a free throw, so Knicks cut it to 10 here, 82-72.
And Evan Fournier hits the second free throw, cuts it to 9 as the Cavaliers inbound the ball, getting some action around the perimeter quickly. Good defense along the perimeter. They're not letting them drive like that. And Julius lets Steffens get a fallback baby jumper off the mid range. So 84-73, Julius driving. He falls back and he hits him with his own fallback baby jumper. So now 84-75. Julius starting to go right now. He has 18.6 rebounds, 5 assists. As Steffens drives, almost coughs it up, but then Osman gets the ball, passes it to Mobley. Mobley defended by Noel. Spin move, goes into the paint, misses it. And Julius with the rebound. Julius bringing the ball up. Minute 39 left in the half. I mean, in the third quarter. Julius dribbling, surveying, dribbling. Almost loses the handle. Keeps it going. Passes it to Burks. Burks for 3. In and out. Seti Osman with the rebound, but then picked out by Noel over to Burks. Burks to Fournier for 3, and he misses it. Mobley over to Osman. Osman passes it back to Garland. Garland bringing the ball up the court right now, defended by Burks. As we see Obi on the scorer's table getting ready to clock in as Garland hits a 3. And so now the Cavaliers lead is right back up to 12. No, 13. 8, no, 12. Excuse me, 87-75. Whew.
Did they call a timeout?
No, I think there's a delay in the game right now or something. Okay, the Knicks inbound the ball. Quickly brings the ball up. Passes it to Fournier. Fournier passes it to Randle. Randle driving. Floater misses. Noel almost had the rebound, but then Cavaliers come up with the ball. Garland driving. He's about to get it. Misses, but Mobley with the cleanup. And so Cavaliers lead are ballooning to 14 points right now. 89-75.
Not a good start.
Fournier
Not a good
driving
closeout.
and misses the floater. There is no continuity right now. And this is not what the Garden crowd wants. And this is becoming a bad habit now for the Knicks. Showing up on the road and not defending home court. As Darius Garland dancing, goes for the mid-range, misses it. Noel gets the rebound, and time runs out. So that'll end the nightmare of a quarter right there.
Yeah, it was. It was a bad quarter. Close out of the quarter. Thibodeau, I think, stood too long with these starters. They didn't make any substitution there. He saw they didn't have nothing in the third quarter here, and he just kept them there. He kept them there, and you can't do that when you're home court. I understand he's arguing with the referees, and the referees also, again, not having, but you can't, like Gideon says, you can't always blame the refs here. You got to play your game. I don't like the substitution patterns. I
It,
dislike it so much.
it's not just the substitution patterns right now. There's just no cohesiveness in the offense.
Right. Well, and that's due to the
We
fact
don't.
that
I don't see what the Knicks are trying to do that where the offense is connected and there's going to be a flow. I'm not seeing that right now. Excuse me one moment. I got to get some water.
they're not doing any screens. We'll give you the stats for the quarter here. And right now, the Knicks are trail 89-75 here. We'll give you the stats here. The Knicks are shooting 29 out of 67, 43.3% from the field. The Cleveland Cavaliers are shooting 49.3, 35 out of 71 from the field. The three-point, Cleveland Cavaliers are shooting 48% on the road here at the Garden, 12 out of 25. Especially in that third quarter, Ricky Rubio with 6 of 6 from three-point land. Everyone, and it's becoming contagious now. The Knicks are struggling by the three-point line, 5 out of 22, 22.7%. Now, we were talking about shooting proper threes, not forced threes, and it looked like they were forcing threes in the third quarter here. The Knicks are perfect from the line, 12 of 12 from the line. The Cavaliers are 7 out of 9, 77.8 from the free throw line. The Knicks are being out rebound 39 to 28. 9 are coming from the offensive. Jared Allen is destroying the Knicks on the box, cleaning a lot of second chance opportunities and making them pay. That's why I was saying maybe we'll play a Jericho Sims just to play in, just to not for Jared Allen, but at least for Mobley. Mobley's becoming a pest, showing himself the neophyte. The Cavaliers have 23 assists, while the Knicks have 14. Those 89 points, 23 come with assists there. The Knicks have 8 blocks to 2. They didn't get hammer receive. They haven't got any blocks in the second half, although all this came in the first half. The steals, Knicks with 7, Cavaliers with 6. The turnovers, Knicks have 8 turnovers though, but their offense is stagnant. The Cavaliers has 10. Knicks are not taking advantage when the Cavaliers turn the ball over to make them pay. And the points of the paint are pretty much even. 40 for 40 points in the paint for Cleveland, 38 for New York. The difference is the 3-pointers. The difference here, the Knicks only made 5, where the Cavaliers made 12, and that's the difference here in the game. They are working them, and when there's those misses, that the Jared Allen's in the right place in the right time, becoming a pest here. And they scored. The Knicks gave up another high quarter at 33 points in the third quarter. And that's the summary. Then when you score only 18, this is why you're trailing now. Now, we've seen the Knicks in the past change and make a defensive stop as Quentin Grimes is in. So the Knicks playing defense here. Here's Osman with 11:40 here. Osman. And good defense by Burks. Burks right away. The Knicks defense starting to show itself. And Burks said it, and they called it before. So a turnover. New York capitalized. Though we don't know. I don't think he's going to go to the free throw line, although I want to know if it's a clear path foul. Let's see. And I know Garland looks like he was right there, shoulder to shoulder. So it'll be interesting to see if they call a clear path foul. Salute to Hector. Salute, Hector. I hope you're doing well. So we'll see what the call is here with 11:44 here. Knicks trail 89-75 on their home court here. And they're going to go to the replay, or they're going to see if it's a clear plat foul going forward. And as the officials are going to check here.
He's ahead of him.
All right.
It looks like he's ahead of him. I don't know. I'm ahead of you, so I'm gonna find out. But it's close.
Okay, let's see how the clear plat foul is called. Well, right now, as they're going to go to see caucus and they're going to go review it. Let's see what their call is going to be on the floor here, as the officials are going to see this, and let's see what they're going to determine. Although they look like they were shoulder to shoulder, as one referee kind of elbowed shoulder. They look like it's shoulder to shoulder. Wouldn't be surprised if it's not a clear path foul. It wouldn't surprise me the way the referee has been. Although Alex Burks, you got to reward him for having good defense. And although it looks like he was ahead of the pack there, it looked like he was ahead, but who knows? Who knows how they're going to call this here? We'll get the call in a minute, and I'll continue the call. So the Knicks trying to get some sparks, seeing their defense sparks their offense here. Maria says, let's go Knicks. Hector says, let's go Knicks. So absolutely. And we'll see. We'll see what the Zebra is going to call. It is a clear path foul, is it? So it is a clear
Yes,
path
it
foul,
is.
as
Clear
I read
path foul.
as I read the lips of the officials. So Burks will go to the free throw line, and Knicks will keep possession. So this is important here. The Knicks trying to cut this deficit here, and we've seen Burks in the past last season get hot in the fourth quarter and propel and actually become a go-to guy in the fourth. Can Burks do this tonight? We shall see. As he goes in there for the free throw line, it starts. Let's see if he starts off the fourth on the right foot.
And that free throw
Woo!
rattles.
Rattled in and out.
Rattled.
Woo!
And it got in. And the second one gets in as well. So now the Knicks cut the lead to 12, and they maintain possession. As JB Bickerstaff is bickering with the referee staff.
So let's see what the play will call here. They're gonna quickly will side inbound it, and he back to Burks. Burks drives. Burks back to quickly open three. That's off the mark. Back rebound and back to quickly. So good rebound by Noel. Here's Quentin Grimes. Quentin Grimes to Nolan's Noel. Noel was deep in the post. Back to Burks. Back to quickly. Quickly thought about a three, but he passed on there quickly with a floater, and he misses it. Fight for the rebound. Cleveland comes up with their and here, but back again, loose ball. But Nolan's Noel giving his body up, doing whatever he takes to try to get that. But here comes Cleveland. And now they're gonna settle things down here. Cleveland 13 on the shot clock. Grimes passes it to Osman. Osman with a three, misses. Right for the rebound, New York. So here's the second unit. Can they spark the Knicks here? Here's Quickly coming down the line, and he was called for a foul there. So Quickly going to the line there aggressively. You gotta like that, Chef Dan. You gotta like the aggressiveness.
Most definitely. Yes.
So is
He
gonna
looks
go?
like he was driving. I don't know if they're going to give him the shots. Yes, they're putting him at the free throw line. So
Wow.
he is most definitely getting the shots. But that's definitely good. You're stopping time right now, and you're able to put some points on the board.
Absolutely. So Quickly, a good free throw shooter with his collegiate coach in attendance. And he shoots. He hits the first one. Knicks trail 78-89. They have a chance to try to cut it to 10 here with another free throw coming up with 11 minutes exactly in this game. So Quickly has another free throw coming up. Quentin Grimes is getting some minutes on the floor here.
Most definitely. And he looks great on the offensive end as Quickly hits the second free throw. So the Cavaliers are bringing the ball up. Ricky Rubio has the ball, passes it to Dean Wade. Wade working on the perimeter. Ball almost gets knocked out of Allen's hands, and they call a foul on Noel. And Noel is disgusted on that.
What is he calling a foul there?
That is both. You know what? I almost cursed on the channel. Excuse me. I had to watch myself there.
Let's see the replay. Wow, that was all ball. There was no contact. Wow, that's a bad. Wow. And good defense. Oh my God! They said last touch by New York, 6 on the shot clock. Obi Toppin is in there against Mobley. Remember that matchup? So I mentioned about that matchup earlier.
As they miss a bunny and Cleveland gets the offensive rebound. Rubio drives and it's knocked out by Burks with 5 on the shot clock. Knicks with good defense right now. The bench unit is really good defense right now.
I think the bench is going to cut this lead down to single digits. They could
If
hand
they
this
can
back.
do that, they can at least give the starting unit a chance right here.
Yeah. That's 6-5 on the shot clock. So.
Oh, come on. Yes! 5-second delay. 5-second delay. That's a violation. Yep. And it's going to be the Knicks ball as the Knicks bring the ball up. IQ passes it to Obi. Obi over to Burks. Burks surveying as Obi says he's got a mismatch. He drives to the rim. Passes it to Noel. They call Obi got fouled on the pass.
Nice. Obi Toppin aggressiveness there.
Quickly has the ball. He inbounds it to Obi. Obi drives and scores the bucket. So now the bench unit cuts the lead down to 7.
And that was
to 8. It's
was a
89-81 as Quentin Grimes with the defense on Ricky Rubio. Good defense. Evan Mobley pops out for the three, and he gets the three ball. So the Cavaliers cut the lead right back up to 11. Quickly surveying on the perimeter. He gets a screen from Noel. Burks drives, and he gets fouled. So he's going to the line right now.
So the Knicks aggressive. You've seen them getting to the free throw line here and stopping the clock and scoring.
Most definitely.
I think Obi got caught in the switch there on that Moby 3-point there. Obi got caught. Yeah. I'm glad Thibodeau didn't yank him because usually Thibodeau runs him right away to yank him. Let's see after this free throw because he gotta let the kid mature and play and learn from his mistakes.
Not only that, but this unit so far is flowing so well.
Exactly.
You just don't want to mess with it.
And he looks like he's going to keep him in there. Thank goodness. Yeah.
Burks misses the second free throw, so it's 92-82. Knicks down by 10. Cavaliers have the ball. Ricky Rubio, he's surveying and he throws a turnover as Evan Mobley tried to get the ball, but he slipped. And so
good ball denial
Knicks
by
have the ball.
Obi Toppin there.
Great ball denial by Obi Toppin right there. IQ has the ball. He's surveying, isolating. He's driving, goes out. Quentin Grimes for three and air ball. But that was too quick of a trigger right there, but I like it. Ricky Rubio driving with the ball, and he got fouled by Obi. He caught Obi with the head fake.
The free throws for Ricky Rubio here.
The Knicks have cut the lead down to 10. It's 92-82. Ricky Rubio hits the first free throw. It's now 93-82. Cavaliers extend the lead to 11. Ricky Rubio hits the second free throw. It's now 94-82. As the Knicks are letting the ball roll to save some clock. Quickly picks up the ball. Passes it to Burks. Burks to Toppin. Toppin driving, almost loses the ball. Gets back his dribble. Passes it to Noel. Noel with a nice layup. And the Knicks cut the lead right back down to 10.
Nice play by Noel there.
But even better find by Obi right there.
Give that man an assist.
Not panicking, but looking for a teammate. As Ricky Rubio is getting defended. Quentin Grimes, great defense by him. 5 on the shot clock. He shoots up a 3 and he gets it. 7 for 7 on the night now. Ricky Rubio with 28. IQ for 3. And IQ answers right back. And so IQ has a 3-pointer on the night. Ricky Rubio has the ball. He's driving. He tries to cut. And IQ with the steal. And the Knicks in transition. IQ running. And he gets fouled.
So quickly coming up a spark from the bench there.
Most definitely. And the Knicks are in the bonus. It's 7:59 left. The referees had better not be swallowing their whistle here down the fourth.
Wow, that's a big impact here. The Knicks have going to be shooting free throws the rest of the way. Now, if the Knicks hit their free throws and Cavaliers whack them, if they could actually come back and tie this and get the lead if they hit their free throws. They're going to have to hit their free throws going forward. Ricky Rubio with a wild circus shot there, falling away. He just felt it tonight. He hit the 3-pointer. Wow, that was a big 3 right now.
Yeah, most definitely. As IQ hits the first free throw, as it seems that the Cavaliers are making some substitutions. Seems like they're getting back some parts of their starting their starting unit.
6 points for Quickly so far. He's got another free throw coming up.
And he hits the second free throw, make that 7 points as the Knicks cut the lead down to 8. Ricky Rubio with the ball. He's driving up the court. He goes for the mid-range, and he gets it.
So Ricky Rubio feeling it tonight. Wide open, too. That was a bad play there.
And a delay of game for Cleveland.
10-point game here.
But the Knicks are in the bonus with 750. It is a 10-point game with 750.
No
As Alec Burks get the mid-range, but he misses. And rebound caromed off of a Cavalier player out of bounds. So Knicks retain possession. They get a new 14. Alec Burks is inbounding the ball. Passes it to Noel. Noel passes it to Obi. Obi drives. Passes it to Burks. Burks to Grimes. Grimes passes it to Burks. Burks drives. Passes it to Noel for the oop. But did he get fouled? Yes, he did. Burks got fouled. And so he'll head to the line.
Bailed him out there with 0.6 on the shot clock, too.
Yeah, most definitely. But even then, this is not what the Cavaliers want to do.
Oh, no.
You're stopping the clock, and they're giving us a chance to get back into the game.
That's a recipe for success if the Knicks hit their free throws.
As Burks hits the first free throw, and so now the lead has been cut down to 9. It's now
back to single digits, 99-90.
Yep. Burks at the line for the second one, and he hits it. So now 99-91. Lead has been cut back down to 8. Burks hounding Ricky Rubio. Hounding him. Rubio goes to Allen. Allen with the dunk over Noel. And lead right back up to 10.
Wow.
Jared Allen. Wow. Quickly for 3. Oh, Emmanuel Quickly. With the 3-pointer, 101-94. Ricky Rubio with a mid-range shot, and he gets it. So 103-94. Knicks down by 9. IQ driving. Passes it out to Grimes. Grimes for 3. Grimes with 103-97. The Knicks right back in it. Knicks with the full court pressure. Osman goes. Passes it to Windler. Windler with the 3. So now the Knicks down. Knicks right back down to 9.
Damn, that Windler. That's a swing 3-pointer too.
Yep.
Man.
IQ driving, passes it to Obi. Obi with the grown man stuff. And the Cavaliers gotta call timeout.
Let's go, baby. That's it. Obi Toppin using the force there. Using the force. Obi won. Yes, indeed. As he gets the crowd up on his feet at the world's most famous arena. Timeout, Cleveland Cavaliers. Knicks trail 106-99 with 6:09 left in the fourth quarter.
I mean, I gotta say right now, I was so wrong. I didn't know. Like I said, maybe IQ couldn't be doing it for the offensive reason. He's got 10 points and 5 assists so far right now. He is helping wake up the Knicks right now as the Knicks have cut this deficit.
When we were talking in the third quarter, what I told you, I said the Knicks, they need to try to bring in Noel once to his defense to lead the offense. Got to bring in Obi Toppin. He's having a good game. And quickly, those catalysts, those 3 catalysts all of them are propelling these Knicks here to keep this game as is, down by 7 here with plenty of time, with 6:09 left in the quarter. Plenty of time left for them. Then they'll go on a run and try to squeak this game out on home. And you're at home as well, and you're in the bonus. So all things are pointing the Knicks' positive direction. You're at home. You're down by 7. You're in the bonus, and you got guys that are on fire, and your bench is resting. I mentioned 32 points for Ricky Rubio, allowing Colin Sexton is sitting on the bench. I remember how much we nauseated around all off season Colin Sexton. People wanted to trade RJ Barrett for Colin Sexton. Obi Toppin, Manuel Quickly, Colin Sexton. I remember the countless hours. Where is Colin Sexton? On the bench. That's why we have to relax. And we have to hold our own and let our own grow up. Let our own players get in here and let them grow up and let them get on the floor before we want to ship them out and trade them for someone else's situation. That's my opinion, and you can see it right now. Man, just think of the role reversals. We would have Colin Sexton, and we see Obi Toppin and Emmanuel quickly coming into the Garden doing what they're doing tonight. We'll be like, man, what the heck we did? We did a bad trade. So that's why I just wanted to bring up there. We need to pump the brakes when we want to trade for someone else for the shining when you have two in your hand or for two in the bush, you got to hold down what you got, man. That's a good example of what we see tonight.
Most definitely. As the Knicks right now, the bench unit is making a great run right now to cut into this lead that the Cavaliers have built. We see Obi Toppin with 11 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds. He's turning it up. Noel, he has 5 points, 3 steals, 3 blocks. So we see the difference Noel is making, along with 6 rebounds. Alec Burks with 10 points. Emmanuel Quickly, like I said, 10 points, 5 rebounds. And Quentin Grimes, man, his defense and that 3-pointer that he shot was pivotal.
Now the Knicks can't give up nothing here. Here we go. Good shot.
Oh man, as they give up a 3-pointer to Evan Mobley, and Evan Mobley shoots the 3 and gets it. So now the Cavaliers bring the lead right back up to 10. Derrick Rose has the ball. He passes it to Julius. It's a lineup of Julius, Rose, Noel, Grimes, and Quickly.
Turnover. Yep. This is you have. We're gonna scratch our head. We'll see. Let's see. Wait a minute. They're gonna talk about it now. Let's see what the refs are gonna convey here.
Yeah, the refs are saying it's the Knicks ball.
The first call on the floor was turnover. Let's see. Show Rose, and Rubio got a little piece of that.
Yeah.
10 on the shot clock.
Julius passes it to IQ. IQ drives, floater, and he gets the floater. 101, 109. Knicks down by 8. As Ricky Rubio has the ball driving, and he bounces it off his foot. Turnover on Ricky Rubio. So the Knicks now have a chance to cut into this lead, bringing down past 8 with 5:17 left in the fourth quarter.
That's a swing play right here. This is a swing play. Can the Knicks capitalize on the swing play? Get to the basket, get a foul, something. Let's see.
Derrick Rose has the ball. He's bringing the ball up, passes it to Julius. Julius curling off the perimeter, passes it to IQ. IQ drives. He gets the floater, misses. So now Rubio has the ball. He passes it to Osman. Osman for 3, and he misses. Back tap pass to Rubio. Rubio has the ball. Rubio surveying, dribbling. He drives, and he gets the layup. Randle did not want to get that other foul. So now the Knicks right back down 10 as Rose driving to the – and that's a goaltending right there. So the Knicks now down by 8 as Evan Mobley knocked it. He didn't even need to do that. Rose is going to miss, but he knocked the ball after it hit the backboard. Darius Garland bringing the ball up. He gets double team, passes it to Mobley. Mobley driving to Jared Allen, blocked by Julius Randle. Julius Randle gets the ball, and Julius Randle, what?
Ooh.
Are they going to call a jump ball? There should have been a foul on that.
Wow, that's the way you reward that man for his hard work. Not even a loose ball foul. Wow. What's what? Let's see. Nice block by Julius Randle. We got up there. Not known for getting those hops like that. Julius. Nice. Good denial. Although he could have drew that charge against Rubio. I was about to criticize him, but I can't after this defensive stop here. I was gonna lay on him. He should have got in front. It's a guard
He
coming to
should have,
the.
yeah,
He should have drawn a charge there. But you know what? He comes back and makes a good defensive, and he will go to the line actually.
yeah. So the Knicks are cutting into the lead now. It's 111-104. They're down 7. Julius made the first free throw. And misses the second free throw. Jared Allen gets the rebound. Ricky Rubio bringing the ball up. And he gets double teamed. Jared Allen dunks the ball out of the double team. 113-104. The Knicks are down by 9. IQ passes it to Julius. Julius passes it to Rose. Rose floater. He gets the floater in, but he should have got a foul call there. So it's 113-106. Knicks down 7. Quentin Grimes' great defense on Ricky Rubio. He gets picked off. Ricky Rubio goes for 3, and Ricky Rubio is 8 for 8 on the night now. That is a career high. As the Knicks down by 10, career highs 37 points for Ricky Rubio. It's Julius. And they should have called a foul there, but Quentin Grimes saved the ball, passes it.
Wow, that was a lot of contact.
That was a lot of contact.
Wow. And we out rebounding them too. And EM says we definitely, man. This is wow. Let's see the rebounding stats. Yeah, we are.
He said we have 13 less rebounds than them. They are rebounding.
Oh yeah, they are rebounding us. You're correct.
And it's all in the offensive glass.
That's what's hurting us. They call timeout here with 3 minutes and 12, right? 3:12. Yeah. So plenty of the Knicks down by 10. I was gonna say there's plenty of time here, but 10 points every time the Knicks try to cut down, try to get it to 2 possession or less. The Cavaliers come up with some big 3-pointers. You know,
most definitely.
If you tell me at the beginning of this game that Ricky Rubio was gonna have a career night shooting threes, you would have been you crazy. No way. And unfortunately, we seen that with Rubio. We saw that in Detroit with Miles Turner. The Knicks are giving up the threes, and they're giving out to career nights to players that normally not known in the scouting report. And kudos to those players. They're going out there and hitting those 3 points.
Most definitely. But not for anything, man. The Knicks, this all happened right here, and this struggle that the Knicks have put themselves in. This happened in the third quarter right here.
Yep,
this happened in the third quarter with poor defense, but not only the poor defense, I'd say really bad shot selection. I know, like the reason they went 1 for 7 from the 3-point line in the third quarter. Well, you know what? We can save that for after the matchup. But essentially, man, you just don't go away from your bread and butter too early. That's the only thing I can say.
Yeah, we'll see. Got plenty. There's still 3 minutes, 12 seconds. It's kind of plenty of time.
There's plenty of time, along with the Knicks being in the bonus. That is plenty of time. They just have to be smart about what they're doing. And we have seen so far that they've had an ability to connect some possessions. They just have to clamp down on the defense.
And Quentin Grimes, he's playing some really good defense on Ricky Rubio. Just Ricky Rubio got into a good shooting night, and he kept his hot shooting. Kudos to Bernie Bickerstaff for not bringing in Sexton in to substitute and keeping Rubio out there, knowing that he has a hot man out there, and the hot man has rewarded his coach tonight and continue to score.
Most definitely. This is, I mean, look, Ricky Rubio is having a career game. I don't know what else to say. Like,
of course, he's having a happy meal.
He's having.
He came out and he got a happy meal. So he's playing with the toy from the Happy Meal. That's
because he's got his burgers.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, no, that fall away, and then that one he pump faked, and he didn't even He could have been called for traveling. He moved his whatever the case is. 37 points for him, and here's Julius misses right off the timeout. Not good. I think that sealed it right there, to be honest with you.
I mean, there's still enough time we can see. And that 3-pointer, I think, sealed it right there by Darius Garland.
Yeah, 119.
Yep,
Yeah.
119, 106, 2:45 left. I mean, it's not giving up hope per se, but if the Knicks aren't fluid with their offense here, then we can see what the issue is.
They're not getting any stops either. You can't trade
Yeah.
buckets with this team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Quickly's tired. When that ball didn't reach like that, it's because
He's tired. Yep. At that point, this is the other thing too. I was thinking, at what point was Thibodeau gonna exchange Quickly for RJ, and he hasn't yet. And right now, Quickly is losing his man due to fatigue.
Yep, and right there, another 3-pointer
by Darius Garland. Yep, 122, 106.
So it looks like the Knicks 9-0 run for Cavaliers so far here in the last minute and 25 seconds.
As Quentin Grimes hits another 3-pointer. So Quentin Grimes showing that, he has a place here on the roster for a reason.
If they play him.
Yep. That's what happens when you double team at the top of the key. You always leave someone open. And the Knicks have another turnover. 135 left. Yep.
Got sloppy there. As smart move by Ricky. Just killed some time here. You're up big as the crowd starts to head to exit.
And he finally misses a 3-pointer.
Yeah, that's all we needed for him to hit that 3. I mean, that would have been something. Quentin Grimes putting some nice moves there, even though good defense there. But Quentin Grimes, look at Julius passing it. And see, that's what Julius Randle needed to do from the beginning. Not wait until you're down by, over 10 points, 10 plus points, double figures, and then you decided a minute to the game to do these moves. This is what you want. We wanted to see you do from the very beginning, especially when the team is in a bonus. That's the thing that frustrates you when it comes to Julius Randle. The Taco Falls sighting. Here comes Taco Falls, the former UCF player. Huh. They didn't know Taco Falls was on the Cavaliers. I seen him collegiately. I seen him here in the University of Central Florida.
Did you think he was going to make it?
Yeah, I thought he did because he played really good in the collegiate level with the deep blocking and he's got moves, but I knew he wasn't going to translate.
Oh my gosh! As Noel fumbled the pass, another turnover.
He's got
1 minute and 2 seconds.
He's got butterfingers. I mean, I love Noel the way he brings to the team, but boy, his hands on offense are wow. Something that leads you to think, wow, exactly. Leave it out there. So, man, we're going to fall another home game. Kevin Knox in the game. 2 back-to-back games for Kevin Knox.
Deuce McBride in the game as well.
A little too late, but whatever.
Yep.
Jericho Sims.
And Deuce McBride gets a steal, but...
Oh, boy. There's going to be 2 hours on talking. They should have played McBride tonight.
Oh, man. No, we're not doing that. We're going to do the post game, man. We're not doing that.
No,
I'm going to kill that noise right now.
No, we'll do it close. We'll do a post game quickly, not elaborate too much on this because, it's Sunday night. I would like to get some sleep.
Yeah. We both got to go to work.
Ooh, nice shot. Nice fall-away shot there for that young man from Cleveland. So
Grimes has the ball. Passes it to McBride. McBride steps into a 3. Misses. So Cavaliers have the ball. It's 27 seconds left. 126, 109. It seems that's about it for the score.
That's it. That's going to end it.
That's going to end it.
Just imagine if Deuce McBride would have hit that 3 after that steal and a 3. Forget it. We'll get up at 4. I get up at around whatever time I get up really early. There'll probably be some still content creators talking about McBride should have played and Thibodeau's stubborn, and I can imagine all the talk all the content that's gonna be available to criticize this team at home. The Knicks fall tonight. They got
126,
to
109.
109. And the Knicks fall 6-4 on a really close Eastern Conference. They really could have solidified themselves and won that game. And they didn't make me come. They didn't make my prediction in the first 10 games. I wanted the Knicks to start off 7-3 in the first 10 games. They start off 6-4. So just like everyone says, they're middle of the pack. Well, like Vegas says, they're a middle of the pack team, 41-42 win game team. You can't, Vegas never loses. They lost money last year, but it's rare when Vegas is wrong. That algorithm, whatever they do, they really on point. And the Knicks look like that. They look like a team that's 2 games above 500, and that it looks exactly like that. They play down to their competition. It's currently right now, and you could say Kemba Walker wasn't here, but hey, it's a back-to-back night. You have to play and beat the teams in front of you. You have to defend home court. That effort at home, this kind of loss should have been on a road, if you ask me, not at home. And now what stares in the Knicks is the former the last year's Eastern Atlantic Conference champs, the 76ers. They've been leading that division, and let's see if they play tomorrow. They're on a road. They're on a 6-game winning streak. They're 8-2. The 76ers. Now we're going, and you guarantee they want to send a message back to the Knicks after the Knicks beat them at Madison Square Garden not a week and a half ago. And they're going to want to. Joel Embiid is going to want to have a monster game tomorrow night. We shall see. We shall see how the Knicks bounce back. You can't have long losing streaks. You got to keep. You lose, you got to immediately come back and win the game. Just think if they would have lost that game to Milwaukee, you're looking at a 4-game losing streak right here. Of course they won that convincingly against the Bucks, but you're still just think of it. So not a lot to desire here. This is another turn the page game because immediately 24 hours from now you'll be tipping off the ball here, and you're playing the 76ers down a short trip to Philadelphia, short train trip. The Knicks will be on the road there and back-to-back nights. It's going to be interesting to see how the Knicks respond their first back-to-back tomorrow night, Chef Dan.
Most definitely. It's going to be interesting tomorrow because that is, the 76ers. That's going to be a revenge game for them. We're going to see Joel Embiid most definitely. He's taking the matchup with Mitchell Robinson way more personal now. So we don't know if, that's going to turn into maybe they're going to watch the tape that, what the Pacers did, and maybe we're seeing a stretch Joel Embiid. Maybe that is some sort of a new game plan that they feel is going to be comfortable with themselves. I don't know how it's going to be. We're going to find out tomorrow. But as far as this game and as far as 10 games now, looking into the season, I know we're going to expand more on it on the podcast. But looking at this game tonight, there was a lot of bad shot selections from certain players. We can see it in even the way I think I think RJ wasn't. I don't think it was RJ being rested. I think he got benched tonight because he had a lot of bad shot selections. I know Julius, he's trying to get the mid range going right now, and so the thing with the mid range is when it doesn't fall, it feels like an empty possession. So that's why we're kind of, it's kind of tough on Julius right now. But when the mid range does start to fall for him, it'll, things will look a lot better and more fluid. Um, Another thing I want to point out is like you said earlier, I didn't want to say it until now, but this is I think this was a bad rotation by Thibodeau completely. I know it was early in the season, and so he didn't fully trust Quentin Grimes, but we saw the result of having a Quentin Grimes in the lineup and what that could do. The guy was selected as a first round pick, whether it's 32nd, this, that, whatever. But when you have these guys that are selected late lottery first round picks, there's a reason why. Like, it's because, like, for the nights where you have a guy missing in the rotation, that's what he's for. But, that's going to come with, the growing pains of the season that's naturally coming. Um, a sign that I like with this team is that on the road we're battling. We have a winning record on the road. Troubling sign is we can't defend home court.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
like regardless, if we want to get to where we have to get to, as far as a perennial, let's say before we say a championship contending team, let's first become perennial playoff teams. Let's first become a perennial playoff team in the sense of we're making the playoffs consistently. We have a set standard. And within that set standard, in order to go far in the playoffs, you have to defend home court. And this is another team where, like the Orlando Magic, like the Toronto Raptors, these are a couple of teams. I know the Cavaliers are they're coming in with what's their record so far?
They tonight they improved to 7-4. They were six
They're
and
they're
four
seven
tonight.
and four. I know they are a winning team, but a lot of their wins have come by a close margin of victory. So they have been scratching and clawing for every victory. For them to come into our hometown and get a complete blowout, it's really disappointing. And that especially happened in the third quarter, and that was where a lot of the bad shot selection happened. Where another bad trait that we're seeing from the team, and this is something that, it cannot happen throughout the season, or it's going to eventually cost us the season. Stop looking at the refs to get involved in the matchup.
Oh, extremely. That is extremely a terrible
I'm going to
omen.
I'm going to tell you in the different ways that it's happening to us. Number one, I know that the refs are not giving us the calls either which way because they're biting down on their whistle all throughout the league. But when you're arguing with the refs during transition, you're giving up baskets. When you're arguing with the ref while the other team is inbounding the ball, you're now leaving your team for a 5-on-4 situation. On top, the other thing is, if you seem to drive and you think that it was a foul, just say, "Hey, that's a foul," and drive again. What I saw RJ and Fournier and Julius Randle did, especially in the third quarter, there was a lot of drives where they did get hit, but the whistle was bitten down on. So what did they decide to do? Just settle for 3-pointers and mid ranges. That cannot happen. Stay consistent with putting the pressure on the rim, because we saw with the bench unit, they were able to consistently put pressure on the rim in the fourth quarter, and they got in the bonus in the fourth quarter. The formula is right there. Basketball is it, it's right there. They just had to do that. And so that's been a bad sign as far as like the constant haggling with the referee. They don't call plays back. They're not going to review it. This isn't like the NFL where they're just going to stop play, review, like, if you brought up a possession, they're not just going to stop the play, review it on the tape, and say, "Hey, you were right. That was a foul. We're going to rewind the time and give you foul shots." That has never happened in the history of the game. It isn't going to happen. We have to just stay consistent with who we are. You said it all throughout the stream. The Knicks have to keep consistent pressure on the rim, and they weren't able to do that.
They went away from what got them the victory against the Milwaukee Bucks, dominating the rim, both on defense and on rebounding as well as scoring in the paint. And I think that's what they saw the benching of RJ Barrett in the fourth quarter was RJ Barrett decided to settle for jumpers. The referees weren't calling. That's why Tom Thibodeau's there for. Let Thibodeau fight with the refs, argue with the refs, and getting you the calls. You just keep going. You keep attacking. You keep going. And I'm not saying RJ Barrett was arguing with the refs. It was more Julius Randle that was arguing with the refs. And that's why Tom Thibodeau's there. He's the buffer. He's the advocate that's going to fight for you to get your calls. You just got to go back there, And, there was a play that I was going to criticize when Rubio went in and he had that layup, that drive, that floater, where Julius should have put his body in front and blocked out.
And he didn't block out.
What's up, G Money?
What's going on? Salute Ben, salute Cap. How you guys doing?
Doing well, man.
Great. How can I describe this game? One, Ricky Rubio was tricky Ricky tonight, man. His three was falling, attacking the rack, his mid-range was falling. Evan Mobley, he's going to be a nice player in the future. He's athletic. His three-point was going to the rack at will. Garland's quick. Hang on.
G Money always get cold when he's out on camera. I guess somebody don't want him on camera here.
Yeah, but no, like G Money was saying, that's another point that we didn't bring up between ourselves yet. Ricky Rubio, another, like, not to take away from the Cavaliers, we did have bad defense in that third quarter, but when Ricky Rubio goes 8 for 8 from the 3-point line, like, what else can you do? And it wasn't like we weren't defending him. He just, had the touch tonight. He had a career night.
Yeah, especially that fall away three. That no way he was gonna. No way you think you hit that, and he hit it. And the thing was, here's the reason that here's another thing that I said that set the tone also to help the Cavaliers. They were getting a lot of easy buckets in the transition, especially in the turnovers early in the game. Garland was with some layups. Sexton had some layups and so forth, and that starts propelling them in good motion and actually propelling them in good stuff. They trust their defense, and their defense was allowing them to score early. And the adjustments. Remember, I mentioned to you on the play there when Evan Mobley came on a weak side and blocked the shot. I think Julius Randle put up. I said, "Look, Bernie Bickerstaff, tell them to make the adjustment of defend the paint," and they did in that third quarter, and that propelled the Knicks. They said, "You know what? Let's make the Knicks settle to be a 3-point shooting with no one helping them there. Let's bring in Mr. Wilder in." And that propelled the Knicks. They said, "You know what? Let's make the Eric, what's going on, Mr. Wilder? How you doing?"
What up, big guy? My bad. I had to turn it off. I had to turn one of them off, man. You know I do that. How y'all doing?
I'm doing all right. How you been, man?
All right,
what's
Chef.
up?
How you doing, Chef G Money? How y'all guys doing out there? I apologize for the other day, guys, but I was just so busy with my family, man. It's just, it's just hard. It's rough. My son's in college. I told you guys, so it's hard to be out here like I want to. But it was a tough loss for the Knicks tonight. Tough loss for the Knicks. Too much Ricky Rubio.
It was.
Oh my God, he just was hitting everything. Everything was not missing. He killed the Knicks tonight. He killed the Knicks.
And it wasn't about the athleticism or the speed at the point guard. It was just he was just hitting shots. It was the matchup for the Knicks had an advantage. They didn't want to mismanage on the point guard play. It was just that Rubio had a career night, and the Knicks got a little sloppy on the offense.
Yeah, but you know what? Also, too, it looked like the Knicks were a little bit too small out there because Jared Allen, Mobley, and them dudes was just taking. They had 40-something rebounds to the Knicks 30-something. You got to look at that. If that's not telling you the Knicks were undersized out there tonight, at one time it was a good game, but it's just that these guys were just getting every rebound. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't off for the Knicks turnovers because the Knicks only had 9 turnovers tonight.
Right.
I think it was they rebound and they were just too big for the Knicks. That's what I believe.
The second chance points. Jared Allen was everywhere. Every time there was a loose ball or there was an opportunity to put back, he was there. Right place at the right time, and that killed the Knicks. And I was like saying, why don't play? If you see Mobley's athletic and is beating you there. You know what? Throw in a Jericho Sims for a couple minutes if Taj Gibson is not available. And I was saying Taj Gibson because Taj Gibson is veteran, could frustrate a rookie, a neophyte in Mobley. And I didn't see that either. I thought that was a little puzzling going forward.
I wanted to ask this because I didn't watch the game, but what happened to RJ Barrett tonight?
He got benched in the fourth quarter, plain and simple. He in the third quarter. He was settling for 3-pointers. He missed like about 4 3-pointers wide open. He stopped driving to the basket, and Thibodeau benched him in the fourth quarter. He didn't play him.
That's how he is. That's how he is. But you know what though? He has to play better though. Because RJ Barrett, he's been the best player for the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? He's been the best player. And I don't know what's going on with Kemba Walker. Was he hurt tonight or something? What's going on?
No.
No,
No.
it's a back-to-back, so we're just resting him because tomorrow we're playing the 76ers. They're still without Ben Simmons, so we're going to need that good guard play against them in order to just at least stand a chance. Because we know right now, like the last matchup, Joel Embiid kind of, I'm not going to lie, it seemed like he took Mitchell Robinson lightly, and he kind of had to learn about Mitchell Robinson throughout the game. And so he's not going to have the match. He's not going to have the results he had last time. And if anything, what I want everyone to be aware of, because this is becoming a trend now in at least the Pacers game and this game, be aware of someone who's usually not hot from 3-point land on the other team getting hot. Miles Turner, we would have never, no one would have predicted 7 or 10 from 3-point line during that Pacers game. Same way for tonight, Ricky Rubio. If you told anyone Ricky Rubio is going to go 8 of 9 from the 3-point line, like that person's gonna look at you and say you're a liar. That's not who Ricky Rubio is. That has never been his skill set. So now Ricky Rubio just had a career night tonight. Like some things he can't, like, even if he did, our defense hasn't shown so far this night that we could defend against someone that has a career night, and we just all, truck along, and as long as everyone provides a little something, we'll be good. So I don't know. We just need Kemba Walker for tomorrow night in order to survive, in order to give ourselves a fighting chance against Philadelphia.
You know what I saw? I saw an article on someone's post earlier a little while ago. I know y'all guys don't want to hear it. I know it's too early, but it said breaking news in Minnesota. Karl Anthony Towns is wondering what Tom Thibodeau is doing. I'm just saying. You hear me? I would hate that. I know he has big ties with ball players in Minnesota. You know what I'm saying? With the Timberwolves. And I'm not saying that they're going to make this trade or not. But watch the future. You hear me?
Okay. No, dude. That's cool. I can get you.
I mean, that would take that would take a big man from Karl Anthony Towns, because we all know star players play a huge role in whoever is in the organization. That would take a huge person of Karl Anthony Towns to admit that he was wrong and that he would want to play for a Tom Thibodeau led team. And that means he'd be willing to do any and everything Tom Thibodeau says. But for right now, I just want to focus on the team at hand, because it seems like we're 10 games in and we all see it as a team. Like, we all see it as fans that this offense can get so much better. Yeah. It just has to connect through passing and defense. Like, guys seem to think like it's make more shots. It's no, not at all. If we trust the pass more and we allow our we make a much more, dedicated effort on defense, then I think our offense would shine a whole lot more.
I believe so too. Knicks are a good team. It's like sometimes they just fall asleep where they don't score for a few minutes in a quarter. That's what hurt us tonight. They'll go like 2 or 3 minutes without scoring in a quarter, and we can't do that. We can't allow that to happen. Every game that we play. It's like they like to fight to come back. I thought they were going to make a comeback in that fourth quarter. But it's like when the Knicks know that they're down and they can't do it, it's like they just give up. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I saw in that fourth quarter right there when they got to a certain point. It's like they just gave up.
I would agree to you. I would agree with you, but then there's something else that I would like to add that we've also been noticing with this team, is that we just recently, while Kemba was on the court, we just recently saw a nice formula where it's like, okay, if we get Julius and Evan start to going, and then we let Kemba start to add in during the second and third quarter, and then we get RJ going, and then after that we finish off with Julius and RJ, whoever's hotter between those two, we'll let them finish off the game. Like, we've started to see a flow or things of that nature. I think Tom Thibodeau was stuck tonight He
Yeah,
didn't know what to do as soon as
yeah.
Kemba got out the lineup because he tried the 9-man rotation and it worked up until the half. And I think guys were just too tired coming
Oh,
into
yeah,
the half,
yeah.
and like they just let go of the rope.
Maybe that comeback in Milwaukee might have got them guys a little tired, you know. 'Cause that was a big game for them to come back after trailing 21 points like that, you know. And for them to go up by as many and to win by as many as they did, maybe they were a little tired, you know.
It's a possible. Go ahead, Kev.
I could see that, but when you give up 30 over 30 plus points in a quarter, you make the uphill climb terrible. And every time the Knicks have lost certain games, except for the Milwaukee, when they give up 30 plus points a quarter, and they just don't have. I don't right now. For now, they don't have the firepower to get back into this game. I know you say we live and die by the three, but the games that we won, the Knicks mostly have the leads, and they're playing ahead of the leads. And when they fall behind that third quarter or any quarter, when they give up 30 plus points, they have a hard time, cutting the deficit or even that swing point. They had an opportunity in this game to try to cut it, and they just don't have it over the hump. I think, the substitution pattern with 5 minutes, you have something going good on the floor, and with Obi Toppin cooking, and you could have played Obi Toppin until the early 350 left in the game and brought in Julius, but he went right to Julius, and Julius didn't have anything, and you killed that chemistry that you have with the second unit, to cut it to, I don't know. I don't know, maybe me being biased because I like Obi Toppin a lot, and Julius is our main guy, but I don't know. Tell me if, and I apologize if I seem too biased for Obi Toppin to play more, because I know Obi Toppin is not better than Julius Randle, of course not. But in this moment, at the floor, at the game, at the situation, at that time, there he should have stood in the game, in my opinion.
Right.
And I think, and that all connects right back to Tom Thibodeau not knowing what to do as soon as Kemba got out, because he tried with the 9-man rotation, and as soon as he saw certain things were working, he had to open it back up. His best chance was when he opened up the rotation a little bit and let Grimes come in. Like I think this team currently is too small to be a 9-man rotation. It's way too small, because I'm thinking about it now. I want to ask the panel, can you guys tell me what the biggest lineup we have?
Oh, it's not that big. It's when you put RJ Fournier, Julius.
It would have to be RJ, Fournier, Burks, Julius, and Mitchell.
That's it.
And that's
a big lineup, but see, like that lineup right there, like how offensively fluid is that lineup right now?
Right. And Burks didn't have anything for us either. Usually he was Mr. Fourth Quarter, driving the ball, getting teammates involved, and nothing from Burks this year. Not a good second year for the New York Knicks, in my opinion.
I agree with you there, but I think he's also trying to learn the balance between his scoring and passing. Like, I think this team, I don't know, man. Like, there are times where they recognize that they're so offensively talented that they have to pass the ball, and then they overpass. But then there's times that they feel like they're so offensively talented that they can just isolate every, possession. And there needs to be a fluidity. There has to be a give and go. But that comes with, in the season. It's the first 10 games, and right now we just don't have that balance. So if that's, just the least of our concerns, then we're okay right now. We're 6-4. We could be 7-3. We could be 5-5.
We could be 0-10.
We could be 0-10. Like there's a number of ways this thing could have gone, but right now we are 6-4, and we see our problems. One of the biggest things that I don't know, man. I want to tackle this right now. What do you guys think is the issue at home? Because we're not defending home court, and it's against teams that I think we're at least supposed to give them a better fight. I think the Raptors game, we were supposed to give them a better fight. I don't know, the Orlando Magic game, I want to excuse the team because the last time we beat them by 30. So I felt like we didn't make any adjustments, and by the time we did, it was too late because, we beat them by 30 last time. It seemed like you just had the keys the last time.
Well, right now it's early. It's still early in the season. A lot of these teams are still trying to figure themselves out. I've watched a lot of these teams go up by 20 something, 18, 19, and lose the game. And there've been some good teams. I watched Golden State. I watched the Lakers. And the list goes on and on. You know what I'm saying? Brooklyn. Everybody that's been winning these games, they've been good teams. They've been losing. You can be up by as many as you want to. But like I said, it's early, and these guys are all professional. At any given night, these guys can turn it around and they can beat you. You can't sleep on none of these guys. I never have, And I love my diehard Knicks, but sometimes other teams come with a better game plan than we have. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what it is, too, guys. What up, Wise? How you doing? How you doing, Wise?
D Ross in the building. Let's salute D Ross, who's in the building, man. D Ross, salute D Ross.
Salute D Ross, you in the building, man. Salute.
Wise, what up, Wise? What up, Wise? How you doing, Wise?
So then my thing is with the Knicks at home, I think is that they just think because they show up on the court and they're gonna, all right, we got this in the fourth quarter. We'll rise our energy and we're taking it for granted.
All right, one. Well, I just had a friend on my other show right now. What is? I got my speaker away from me.
Wilder, could you mute yourself real quick? BX was talking.
Go ahead.
No, we're good.
Yeah. But yeah, no. You said the Knicks just kind of show up in the fourth quarter, but like, man, this third quarter was really bad. I think more so because of all the complaining to the refs. Like that was really, really bad. And then we're even seeing like because they're not getting calls, it started changing their shot selection. Like, and I think we even saw a little bit of that in the Pacers game. Like, how do you clean that up?
That's a good question. Because I would say, and I'd be saying it goes, if you've seen that all that situation, you need a point guard that's getting people's face. And you might, and unfortunately, you might have to rub some people the wrong way and get into some players' face and say, you know what, you need, I don't know. And I don't think Kemba Walker feels comfortable enough to do that. And Derrick Rose is too, and how much more can you ask from Rose? Rose is doing phenomenal work. So I think the Knicks really need a floor general, in my opinion.
I think they do. Well, they do. They have it. It's just that Kemba Walker has to want to play. Like you just said, he has to want to play. He has to want to take on a leadership role. And, that's what a true point guard does. He's the leader. He's the focal point. He sets the tone. And if he doesn't come to play, like he's been playing good, but all of a sudden he just goes to these little droughts. And we can't rely on Derrick Rose a lot because, the man has been through too much with his body. And we're going to need his body later on in the season. But who do they have on the bench? Are we going to, look, when we played against Milwaukee, I think the Knicks played, 9 ball players, 10 basketball players. You know what I mean? And so we have to do like a lot of these other teams are doing. You have to play these basketball players, Maybe I'll look at the game different, But I see a lot of teams that are successful. They play damn near their whole team. You could get a rebound from this guy. You can get 2 points from this guy. You may have to give this guy a rest. And you may have to bite some of these guys may have to just bite their egos, you know what I'm saying? If they want to make the team or make it better or successful for this team to move forward. Maybe I'm saying it wrong.
No, I agree with you there. Why you got these roster spots. I'm not saying you got to play 15 people all the time.
No, right.
But, and I was calling it earlier, like, okay, you got to let's start off with the Pacers. The Pacers quit DeWalte, who's a rookie, he started and played great minutes for them. You saw in Orlando, they had their players playing. You had, Suggs played. They played minutes. I understand they were drafted higher and so forth. Okay, let's go tonight. Mobley played impactful. Why? I'm not saying that we need to start Grimes immediately, but he's on the roster. Give him a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Steal some minutes from some other guys. Steal some minutes. We saw Jericho Sims impress you in preseason. Going forward, why do we have to wait for one of our players to get injured to try to bring him in here to play? And then you expect him to have high expectation and he doesn't live up to it. Of course, he's sitting on the bench, frozen. You got, play these guys, get them in the rotation, get them involved.
Exactly.
You got to.
Guys, look, I know Kevin Knox may not be the best, you know what I'm saying? But you have to give the dude a chance. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit these guys on the bench like you just said all these games, and then you expect them to come in to turn it on. It doesn't work like that. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't. You know, I teach basketball. I've been teaching it for a long time, and I've been around, like you guys, I've been around tons of games. It just doesn't work like that. You have to get the playing time. You understand what I'm saying? You have to get that playing time to get the skill set up. I'm not saying to start him to give him 20, 30 minutes, but a little 2 minutes or 5 minutes. Make them start feeling comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And set these guys, the point guards, they have to do a better job of setting these guys up to score. You know? G-Money back.
Salute. I apologize, everybody.
Go ahead. You on Big G? You on?
Yeah, G Money.
What's
Go ahead,
going on?
G-Money. It's all yours, brother.
What's going on? I mean, the Cavs' ball movement, attacking, spacing was on point. They couldn't miss from three. Rubio was pretty much having his best game of his life. He's an underrated player. Evan Mobley is going to be a very good player in the future. He's athletic, had a nice jump shot. Even the Fro was posterizing cats in the paint, man. Beasting down there. And you know, our starters, I mean, Julius Randle, I felt he didn't play horrible, but I felt he didn't have a real impact though. Quigley came alive in the fourth quarter, but was kind of, you know, a little too late. RJ Barrett struggled. Evan Fournier had a good first half, cooled off in the second half. And you know, Cleveland, they're just a good young team. They're a very good young team. And if they can get Kevin Love and Lauri Markkanen healthy when they come back from the protocol, they have a shot to make the play-in tournament. I don't think they'll make the playoffs, but their team is going to fight every night. And I felt Thibs waited way too long to put Grimes in the fourth. Way too long to put him in the fourth quarter, though. I mean, Grimes had his moments in the fourth quarter, but I felt he waited way too long. And I mean, our bench played. Yeah, man.
No, I said Grimes played some good defense though.
Even
though Rubio had to hit some really tough
shots,
but Grimes was all over him like a cheap suit.
It was. Sometimes good offense be good defense. Sometimes. Yeah. Also, I just felt that our bench played great in the fourth quarter. It's just that the whole Cleveland dug for us and we dug for ourselves was kind of like too hard to come. And we lost the game in the third quarter again. 33-18 in the third quarter.
Yes. That was it right there. That was the game right there. That was the whole game right there. That disparity going into the third quarter. That's why RJ got benched, because he stopped driving to the basket. And also Fournier. They stopped driving. They were shooting for stupid threes. They were doing threes. They were shooting threes, and instead of attacking the glass, you know, and also, this is where the point, and you gotta like what Quickly did and Toppin. They got the Cavaliers in foul trouble. 7-minute mark. They were in the bonus already.
Mm-hmm.
And one thing that frustrates me with Julius, he started trying to shoot when he came in the 4-minute mark. He wanted to shoot jumpers. Go to the glass. Go to the goal. I remember when he scored when about a minute and 54 seconds. He drove and he passed off. I think it was to Noel, and he got the foul call. I said he should have been doing that since the third quarter. Attack and get your teammates involved. That's the thing that frustrates you with Julius Randle. He's having almost the same type of years last year, but the eye test right now, he's not getting. He hasn't had a high assist game like he did last year.
Right.
And that's a little bit concerning.
Mm-hmm. I agree, man.
Oh, maybe because we got point guards, you know, we got guards that can bring the ball up, you know. Last year he was just bringing the ball up, doing a lot of dribbling. Now we got better guards that could do that, so maybe that might be throwing his game off, you know.
To combat that argument is, okay, yes, but then Julius gets the ball immediately, and then he goes to that corner left side a lot. He doesn't do nothing, and there's like 17 seconds left on the shot clock. So there is time for him to still get other players involved and get those assists. We're not necessarily bringing the ball up either, Mr. Wilder. I think that's something that I don't see from Julius Randle.
Gotcha.
Too many tough jump shots, man.
Yeah.
Too many. And another
I said that. I think that I think right now the way the game is played and the way like the value of the 3-point shot is so heavily relied, and even now like it's such a even the 3-point shot is so valued that when people drive, they're looking for that foul for the and one, so that even when they're going to the cup, they're trying to get a 3-point play. That when he goes for those jumpers, it's very like it feels like an empty possession. If they circle around, dribble it, try and find the shot, they don't. So now they pass it to Julius, and the only shot you see go off in the possession is a mid-range jumper. And they're always tough because they're always well contested. He's always falling back, and when they miss, it feels like an empty possession. But the flip side though is when he starts hitting them, it starts feeling automatic.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it starts like helping the offense flow. The
Mhm.
problem though right now is like it's the amount of possessions it takes to kind of get him into the flow of hitting that mid range. And they had to find a fine line to like Julius, if you're not hitting the mid range, you kind of got to drive to the cup. And regardless of what the ref is saying, you kind of got to get in there, man. Yeah, and we're seeing it now more and more like he's doing it. He's driving to his right hand. Him and RJ both this year, they're driving to their right hand and they're getting a lot of, good baskets on the right hand. They got to start driving to their right hand more because they're going to get hit on the left side. It's going to happen.
Yeah. You're right. You're right.
Mhm.
So come tomorrow against Philadelphia. What do we expect? What do we expect here now going on the road? I think we're going to get a much greater effort going against Philadelphia 76ers because we've seen it on the road. We've seen them play much better, a much focused team. Look like they're more focused on the road than at home. I don't know what
Crazy.
could it be. It is G Money. What do you think on that?
You're right, man. It's gonna be a close game in Philly because remember, last time we played the Sixers, we kicked their butt at the Big Apple. So I expect a much closer game at Philadelphia. Joel Embiid's had a good year. I mean, you have Tyrese Maxey's playing well. You have Seth Curry and big shots, Danny Green. You have George Niang. So it's gonna be a challenging game at Philadelphia
Mm.
because we also struggle in Philly lifetime
Yeah.
at the Wells Fargo Center. I expect a much better effort than we did this game. But I will say this, right? Do not be surprised when Joel Embiid has a big game. Do not be surprised. Because remember, Mitchell Robinson shut him, well, contained, I should say, contained him at the Apple, being physical at the baseline. I think we, I think we may win that game, but I'm not overly confident because again, Philly's still a good home team. So, and again, and you never know. Well, depending who you're playing, sometimes you may not know. So I expect us to play with a much better effort. But we just got to, for us to win that game, we got to watch out for the shooters like we did at home. We got to continue to contain Joel Embiid, be physical. And we just need to play smarter in the third quarter. Because that third quarter sometimes always kills us because sometimes we come out a little slow and then we have to wait till we turn on the fourth. We can't keep doing it. Not against the Sixers because Philly's a very good team. And Doc Rivers is still a good coach, though. So if he says we got to outcoach him, and our bench just has to play well, has to show up. And I think Kemba and Rose will play tomorrow. So we just got to just utilize the minutes properly. And if you Randall, RJ, be consistent. RJ, you have to attack the rack. Don't just settle for the junk. He took 6 threes tonight. Like,
Yeah,
come
he
on,
missed
man.
all of them.
He missed all of them. And some threes were just bad shots. I know he's an improved 3-point shooter, but most of his threes are at the corner. He took a lot of wing threes tonight.
Yeah.
I expect RJ to attack the basket like he did to start the year. Julius Randle, he needs to, bang in the paint, hit his mid range. Don't fall too in love in the outside shot. And it will be a close game. I think it's gonna be a very close game because both teams play hard. But it's gonna be challenging because Philly plays well at home, but we're good on the road. So I think we may win this game on the road, but it will be very, very challenging.
What worries me tomorrow's game is not Joel Embiid. It's not the point. It's not none of the guards. It's the young man from Long Island. Oh, I forget his name.
Danny Green,
No, the other kid from Long Island, the All Star on that Tobias Harris.
Tobias
I
Harris.
just said his name, Tobias Harris.
Yes, I didn't hear you there, Mr. Waller. Tobias Harris, I think, is going to be the key X factor that worries me.
He is. Yeah, he really is. He reminds me like a quiet Chris Middleton. The guy doesn't get enough credit. He carries Philadelphia. He's one of the driving force behind the force. And he makes a move, but he doesn't get enough credit or enough props that he deserves. But did he play last game? We beat them.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. He was there.
Yeah.
Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? I really right now though, I've been watching Philadelphia. They've been playing good basketball. You know what I'm saying? Joel Embiid has been making big. He's been playing big. Steph Curry's been playing huge basketball. And the bench has been coming through for them. But they can be beat. They can be beat. The Knicks can beat them at any given time. I think we have a better bench than they have. I really believe that. I believe we have a better coach than they have. But what it is that Joel Embiid is just a unique basketball player. And he makes, they say the great ones make the other ones around them better. You know what I'm saying? And he's had a huge impact, just like Danny Green has had a huge impact on Steph Curry. You know what I'm saying? To make him a better basketball player. And Tobias Harris, with all his, trades and all what he's been going through in his little career, he's picked up his game. Can they beat the Knicks? Will the Knicks beat them tomorrow? I believe the Knicks will beat them tomorrow, though. I give the Knicks to edge them. I say we win by 8.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. I said like 2 to 3 points for me.
He's like, wow. I'm saying 8 points.
No. I mean, that's a good win at going on the road, and you get an 8-point win against the Division 4. If you would have told me 4, I'll sign up for it right now. You tell me the Knicks win by 4, I say, give me the pen and paper. But 8, I'm like, wow, okay, double it. I'm pleasantly surprised with that one. I'll take that in a heartbeat. Give me the pen, give me the paper, give me the pen, the feather, the ink, and let's do this. Right now. What I'm looking at with the 76ers tomorrow, I would love for RJ Barrett to continue attacking the glass and getting Joel Embiid in foul trouble, getting some cheap fouls, getting them immediately and see, because I think the Knicks will do really good against. We saw it against Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond doesn't really bother me, doesn't scare me. But though, tonight's game is an indication, which I think Andre Drummond doesn't play nowhere near like Jared Allen plays. I think the Knicks have a trouble when it comes to those athletic rim protecting centers, in my opinion.
There you go. Well, like I said, Mitchell Robinson's a good basketball player. He's just not as athletic as a lot of other basketball centers. What he reminds me of a smaller version of a Rudy Gobert. That's what he reminds me of Mitchell Robinson. Because Rudy Gobert is not that flashy. He's not that all that big of a scorer like that. But he has his games where where he helps his team extraordinary a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Mitchell Robinson reminds me of. Maybe he needs a little bit more time. Maybe he needs to go get one of them centers. Did you watch the videos where Akeem Olajuwon teaching Kobe and all of these guys how to play basketball? Dwight Howard, LeBron James. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he needs to go pay some money to go get this guy to help him out with his footsteps. That's what Joel Embiid did.
I said that last off break. He needs to work with of course he was rehabbing and rehabilitating himself from that leg injury. But I was like, that's what he needs. He needs to go to the Akeem Olajuwon school, learn the footwork, look the technique, the down low post. What a perfect person to learn from is him. Because he has those moves down low and down on the blocks, and that's exactly kind of I'm not saying he's the same skill set, but if he learns the footwork and the techniques, boy, Mitchell Robinson will be even more take his game to another level, elevated of wow, another arsenal in his bag.
Even if Patrick Ewing can help.
Yo, Kev.
Yes, sir.
You remember when you asked me if for this game we would see Taj Gibson?
Right. Yes.
And for this Cavs game, and I said if Tibbs would only do it if he'd asked him if the ankle was okay.
And it's not okay.
No, it's not that it wasn't okay. Don't you think it's more important that if you're dealing with a Joel Embiid and an Andre Drummond, that instead of just having Mitchell Robinson and Nerlens Noel, that you have Mitchell and Nerlens and Taj and Jericho Sims?
Yeah, but that's why I remember I was mentioning to you. I scratched my head. Well, you know what? You're losing. You're getting out athletically beat with both two-headed monsters with Mobley and Jared Allen. Well, go back with Sims. Sims could play well. He handles himself well on the glass, and he also handles himself well going to the basket, crashing the boards, fighting for loose balls. And if you're shooting threes, let's say the Knicks, they were shooting terribly from 3-point land today, right? And let's say there's some offensive rebounds. You never know where the Jericho Sims could start getting the tip back, being in the right position, like Jared Allen, being at the right place in the right time. We're talking about a different game here. You can't take that into consideration. Thibodeau thinks I don't think he will. You never know.
I know, but
Mhm.
maybe for this specific, for this specific back to back, the team was thinking long term in the sense of we don't know if we're gonna see the Cavaliers in the playoffs, but we do know that we're gonna see Philadelphia in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, we know.
But let me ask you
Who's
this.
more important? No. I wasn't finished. Sorry, I wasn't finished though. Here's the question: who's more important that you have all those centers available for, Cleveland or Philadelphia?
Right. I get you that, but I was going to combat you with that. Are the Knicks luxurious enough to take games for granted though? If you're talking about playing against Philadelphia, or not, I don't think they should be taking. They don't have the luxury to take games for granted. I'll combat that question with a question, Chef Dan.
I think early in the season you can, especially if you have a division rival that lined up in back to back games. After we blew them out, if we can take one right there in their home court, that leaves just one more game later on in the season.
I mean, no, we play them 4 times.
We played them 4 times.
4 times, yeah. We play them again tomorrow. Then we play them on E. Hang on, we play them again tomorrow.
It's
Then
4 games though. Yeah,
four
it's
games, and then hang on. Then we play them again on ABC, 1 o'clock game, Sunday showcase game, February 27, and then March 2nd on ESPN in Philly. Yeah.
So then we have some time apart before we play them again.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think it would be more important to secure that victory within the division, within the division.
Okay. I mean, I can see a point there, but also you're like, so I would have said that point would have been great, Chef Dan, if we would not have lost that Orlando game. Just that one. I don't care about losing the 76. I mean, the Pacer game and the other game that we lost. It's okay.
Raptors.
But if we would have not the Raptors, if we would have not lost that game to the Magic, and then we pull this kind of shenanigans here, then I'll say, you know what? Okay, I can see that point, but you really can't afford. You can't have the luxury to start giving away games or look ahead games. I mean, even though it's a long season,
And you don't, and
It is
also
a long
fans mean
season.
something.
I also don't want to say I don't want to say this to start building bad habits as well, because that is a bad
right.
habit to build
True.
to give away games. The regular season does matter, but
Mhm.
what I do want to say is that the reason why I think it was more important to rest Taj and more have it be secured for the Philadelphia game is because I don't think. All right. I don't think Taj would have made such a difference that we could have won this game. I think with the personnel that we were playing with, we could have won this game.
I agree
We
with
put
that.
ourselves in this own hole. Like if we had better shot selection, it would have been a much closer game. And then I think our bench would have blown out their bench because they had a much better fight. I think the only reason why their bench was so comfortable in the fourth quarter was because they had a lead. So all they had to do was trade buckets with our bench.
No, of course, of course. What's your thoughts on that, Mr. Wilder?
Well, he's right. He's right. We set ourselves up for failure, but we had an opportunity to win that game. We was in the game until the third quarter. We just stopped playing ball. Like I said, we always run into that little spurt where we just can't score. Or you know what I'm saying, or we just can't get over the hump. We could be down by 2 points, and it's just like we just keep switching buckets, switching baskets, over and over and over and over and over. And once you put yourself in a hole, like these guys are professionals. They know what it takes not to let you come back. we only watching the game, but these guys out there really playing the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We had opportunities. That's all I can say. We had opportunities to win this game.
And the best part about it with this team this year is we keep saying we're offensively better. We're offensively better. The reason why we're offensively better now is you can see it between the difference of last year and this year. The reason why we lost games last year when we had to break down the games, and we all did, we were watching the games and we, do our post games, and we'll go, man, if we just made the bucket here or there, then the momentum would have shifted, but we just didn't have the talent to make those buckets.
That's right.
Now we do, and we're seeing that we're making boneheaded mistakes. Like, these are errors that are happening between the ears.
Right. And like I said, we lost 3 out of the last 4. I know 6-4 is still a good record. We're lucky that we're not 5-5. Thank God for the comeback in the second quarter, because we could be 5-5 right now. But we could have lost 4 in a row. But look, like you said, Dan, boneheaded plays, inconsistent defense, the ball movement's not consistent for 48 minutes. And another problem for why we lost to this team, Cleveland just hustled us on the boards, diving for loose balls, sharing the rock, and we just didn't play with IQ, no pun intended. We didn't play with any consistent IQ, and the ball movement just stopped. Again, yes, we won't win every game, okay, but this was kind of a winnable game. I know Cleveland's improved. I know they're a good young team, but this was kind of winnable for us because we have a tough Philadelphia team tomorrow, and that game will not be easy. Excuse me?
Especially with the personnel that we had tonight. This
Mhm.
is what I'm saying. I don't think you needed to add a Taj in. Granted, Tibbs was too late with going to a Quentin Grimes because he
Right,
needed to open up the personnel because you're missing a Kemba. But so far along in the game, before Quentin Grimes got into the game, we were losing the game due to our own self play. Like, we were shooting
right.
ourselves in our own foot.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
that was that's why I can't say that we we gave up the game due to our lack of
Rebound.
lack of rebounding,
Wasn't
especially. And
And perimeter
that's
defense
something.
was
Look,
bad. Perimeter
salute to
defense
you,
was
Derek
bad.
Wilder, because that was something else I wanted to bring up as well. Right after this point, was this is another consistent problem with the starting lineup with Mitchell Robinson in the starting lineup. And I'm not saying it's Mitch's fault, but I think it's the 4 other players' fault, RJ included. We are getting beat on offensive rebounds.
Hmm.
The other teams are beating us on offensive rebounds. Granted, I know some of the teams that have beat us so far is because they have been longer teams, like teams with longer wingspan and things of that nature.
Yeah.
But we keep getting beat on the offensive rebounds. Like, it is not a good look.
Oh, random Phantom 82. We are a good team.
Random doesn't know what he's talking about. Okay, I understand the team's streaky, but we're a good team. I mean, we're in the playoffs last year. This year, we're more likely going to make the playoffs. We have good talent. We just need to piece things together consistently, because we just need to be consistent. Because I'm seeing some of the bad habits again. We just beat the defending champions, and then we turn around, we give up 70 at a half to Cleveland. And don't forget, Kevin Love and Laurie Markin were not even playing. Think about that.
I'm agreeing. I agree with you 100%. And I'm gonna keep harping back on this. The reason why we're so offensively talented now is because we have so much talent. We can see where the mistakes are. These players, like, we know that they were supposed to be doing so forth and so on. They just didn't do it, and they have the capability. Tonight, we were supposed to attack the rim, and we
Right.
didn't do it. They kept looking at the referees and complaining to the referees because they kept getting hit. And it's like, no, fight through the contact and
See?
keep going to the rim.
But you know what, you guys? It's like every player that comes to New York has their greatest game against us. You know what I
Ricky
mean?
Rubio,
Oh my
Mobley,
God.
Steph Curry.
everybody,
Steph Curry destroyed the Blazers too. But you
but
got my
everybody has
point.
their career games against the New York Knicks. I don't care
Jared
who you
Jack.
are. Everybody.
Who's next?
That's it.
Embiid. What's next? Is Embiid gonna have a monster game?
No,
Jalen Brown.
Milwaukee comes next into the Garden, so look for
Oh my
Antetokounmpo to try to get revenge and go nuts there next.
And the Bucks are struggling because don't forget too, Milwaukee's struggling. I mean, they just lost to Washington, and the Wizards have been a surprise team, by the way. But the Bucks are struggling. The defending champions, really due to the fact of injuries and inconsistent play. So, like you said, Biggs, expect the Bucks to come out flying for next game, and don't be surprised if Chris Middleton and Brook Lopez come back. Don't be surprised.
Of course, they'll be there. Don't even have to tell me surprised. I guarantee they'll be there. They always seem to teams tend to get healed against the Knicks always when they're injured.
Oh man, and Giannis is gonna have a big game. I just feel it. I just feel like Giannis. Look, he didn't play amazing versus us. He kind of was inconsistent versus us. But I think even though I have no idea what's gonna happen Wednesday, I have no idea. I don't want to look too far ahead. But my point I'm saying is that
I think it's Thursday, if I'm not mistaken.
No, Wednesday. No, it's Wednesday. We're playing Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. Yes, tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking today is Monday. I thought today was.
Today was Sunday. No, today's Sunday, and then tomorrow we're at Philly, and then we have a day off on Tuesday, and then Wednesday we're at home against the defending champions, and the Bucks are in the back-to-back because remember they go to Philadelphia Tuesday, so who knows? We might get a tired Milwaukee team, but who knows?
Also, Philadelphia plays Milwaukee on a back-to-back. Wow, it's interesting to see how the NBA did that this season.
I want to see also, which is interesting for us, is this is our first back-to-back of the season.
Yes.
The players currently that just played tonight, some of them had a lackadaisical effort on defense. I want to see how they attack Philadelphia tomorrow night. What are you gonna do? I know you asked the question earlier. I wanted to provide an answer to it, but one of the players that I want to look out for, not on the offensive side, but on the defensive side, because he might be a player that's going to be a pest all night, is Matisse Thybulle. I think he's when Ben Simmons used to play right next to him, those two used to be a consistent pest, and they used to pick up the energy of the three others whoever three other players were around them. They just picked up the energy, and it just became a problem to get any offense going. Matisse Thybulle is already a problem for RJ Barrett because I know I say this all the time. I wanted to see Ben Simmons versus RJ Barrett because I felt like that matchup always made RJ better. But right now, I feel like Matisse Thybulle is a puzzle RJ hasn't figured out yet, and it starts at the handle.
But guys, I hate to cut y'all off, but I gotta go.
No problem. We're gonna wrap up. We're gonna wrap up anyway. We're gonna wrap up. I gotta get dinner and get ready for work.
That's okay.
Me too. I gotta get ready for work too. So yeah.
Hey, y'all guys stay blessed and stress free, man. You hear me, guys?
Yes, sir. We'll see you tomorrow night. We'll be here. Yes, sir. Thank you, Mr. Wilder. You have a good evening.
Y'all too, guys. Enjoy, guys.
Stay safe.
All right, man. Stay safe.
Money, BX Sports and Jedi. Y'all stay blessed, guys. Enjoy.
Many blessings to you, man. That's Mr. Wilder there, Derrick Wilder. You Teach, I Reach basketball podcast. Good friend of our programs, and we're working together hand to hand there. He covers the Facebook market here, and we'll cover the YouTube market on this end there. With that said, tomorrow night I was gonna ask him, but he had to go. Was it Shake? Or maybe G Money? You'll let me know. Is Shake Milton come back? Because he's a problem too.
Shake Milton. Let me check, man. I think he might come back because he's probably been out for a while.
Yeah, he's been. I don't know if he's played since this winning streak that the Philadelphia had.
Oh no, he played against the Bulls.
So he's back.
He's back.
He's back. Yeah, that's another one to keep an eye on for the Knicks. Another guard who's fast. That's probably why they sacked Kemba Walker. They didn't test the back-to-back because they're gonna go up against a Shake Middleton who's a handful.
Right.
Yeah. So let me go, G-Money. I got you here. Give me your final thoughts before we say goodnight and get ready for tomorrow.
I mean, thank you for inviting me, BX. Nice seeing you again, Dan. It was a tough loss. I mean, we just gotta throw this game away, just move on to the next game, try to beat Philadelphia for the second time this season, and we just need to rebound, move the ball, attack, utilize more of the mid range, And look, Embiid's gonna have a big game. Embiid's probably gonna have a better game. We just gotta watch out for Tobias Harris, watch out for Seth Curry, Danny Green, and just crash the glass, get into transition, and just play 48 minutes. We can't keep having good first halves and then look like garbage in the third quarter and then turn out. No, we can't keep doing that. So we just gotta just play consistent for 48 minutes. If you fibs, if you see Grimes played well in the fourth, use him a little bit more. Use him more each quarter. Same thing with McBride. Julius Randle, just play how you did against the Bucks. Just play calm, play smart. Don't do too much. RJ Barrett, you got to attack, and hopefully Kemba Rose can play, stay healthy, and let's go Knicks.
There you go. Thank you, G Money. Chef Dan.
The way I see it, I know Doc Rivers might not put Matisse Thybulle in the starting lineup. He may have him coming off the bench, so that's really Kemba's best chance right there in the starting lineup to kind of go off and set the tone. So if he's able to do that, that would be a great help. With Julius, I know you guys are saying for him to play like he did with the Bucks, but one thing also I'm specifically looking for with him is that if if Evan Fournier doesn't have it, sorry, excuse me, I had to burp. Sorry, excuse me. But if Evan Fournier really doesn't have it going, I need him to kind of start building that two-man game he has with RJ Barrett, because RJ Barrett really can do so much more. And I think he could feed Julius in much better spots than Julius is giving him right now. Like, I think that two-man game should really develop in this game if Evan Fournier doesn't have it. And if Evan Fournier does have it that night, then anything RJ Barrett gives us should be, extra, or, he is blossoming into that, 20-point per game score that we're seeing so far. Hopefully that stays consistent and that this game so far was just a blip on the radar. But other than that, man, I know this was a tough loss tonight, but the team is in good hands. They are going to watch the tape. The one thing they are going to see is, the inconsistencies and the lapse in the defense, the things they should have done on offense, and they're going to attack it, tomorrow. That's the only thing you can do. Shed off this game and attack tomorrow. That's it.
Yeah, with that said, well said. One thing is, hopefully this doesn't stop the RJ Barrett momentum of scoring and not make him lose his confidence. But you know what? Just turn the page. Tomorrow's a new game. They're not going to soak at it. They don't got time to soak on it and dwell in it. They just got to get back into it and grind. They'll probably get into Philadelphia tomorrow tonight, this eve around 3:30 in the morning. A short train ride over there and start the pace for tomorrow. Be ready, be sharp, be loose, and you know what? Get into some good habits. Hopefully they'll shoot the lights out tomorrow night against Philadelphia 76ers. We'll be here calling it. So I'm from Bronx Sports Jedi Network saying thank you to Maria, thank you to D-Roz. It's good to see you in the building. CT, the streets are buzzing. Knicks buzz to Santino, to everyone listening. EM Med. To Hector, Project Nerd, Hey Q, I Am Heal, Santiago, Yacia Santiago. Salute to everyone listening. We thank you, Yingling was here earlier in the building too. We'll salute you. Thank you for all of you subscribe and join. PJ Lopez also, thank you, my brother, for coming through. Mr. Wilder, Mr. T. Lang Lloyd was here too, so he was part of the program, asking some good questions and part of it. Also to Cosmic Wonder was in a little bit earlier in the chat. So salute to everyone. Thank you so much there. I hope you guys enjoyed the watch along, not the outcome. We'll be back tomorrow night to break this down. And from me to you, may the Knicks be with you. And may the sports be with you. We'll be back tomorrow night. 24 hours, we'll be calling the game again. And let's see if the Knicks come back and get back on the winning way. So from me to you, have a blessed evening, a wonderful Monday morning, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
the doors, please.